Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. Jackie Bessler, Carson Sandoval here, and what a wonderful place to play football.
Yeah, the Skydome. It's been a few years since I've been up here, Jackie, and I got to tell you, the renovations they've done to this place are fantastic. I walked in, I thought I was at Cowboy Stadium.
Wow, except for the big screen TV, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing missing.
Right, exactly. We need the big screen TV. But out here today, it's going to be, the field is absolutely gorgeous. You step on it, and it's spongy like real grass.
Yep.
It is wonderful. These teams are going to be set out here to play. If you're just tuning in for the game, pregame is just underway. All of the NAU Walk-Up Skydome games start at 7:30. Those are dome rules. That isn't a high school thing. So that'll be interesting. Obviously, temperature's going to be perfect, right?
Perfect. Don't got to worry about wind, rain, snow, sleet, hail. We're going to be just fine.
No, absolutely. Out here today, during our Vinny's pregame report, we're going to go through rankings. We're going to talk about some missing personnel, especially actually both teams, plus our matchup here tonight. The Mingus Marauders, Flagstaff Eagles here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. We'll be back for the Vinny's pregame report after this.
You got into a car accident. Well, now you got to put that behind you. It's in the past, and it's because you made the right choice. You had ABC Body Shop tow the vehicle. They help with your insurance company, arrange for a rental car, and the car looks fantastic. They cleaned it inside and out and even took care of the tow. ABC Body Shop is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Best of all, they care about their customers. They're located on Cherry Street in Cottonwood. Aren't you glad you chose ABC Body Shop? Call them at 928-634-6442.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires at Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Crazy Tony, and the reason I'm here today is to explain to you what Crazy Tony's markets are all about. We offer the same amenities as other gas stations and convenience stores. What sets us apart is what we do with our profits. We are going to make a difference in this valley. We will be supporting local nonprofits and missions, and we will also be supporting youth programs. So come on by a Crazy Tony's. We have 3 convenient locations. Together we can make a difference. Have a great day and be safe.
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Welcome to the Vinny's New York Chef's Pizzeria pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 or even order online today at vinnysnewyorkpizza.com and have pasta, subs, burgers, a specialty pizza, and more delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings now. Let's head back live to the press box for Jackie and Carson.
welcome back to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. Jackie Bessler, Carson Sandoval. The Vinny's pregame report is underway. It is senior night out here for the Flagstaff Eagles. The band is here. The squads are here. It is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of history between these two teams. I know that you had 4 years of history between these two teams, and Mingus has dominated over the last decade. 4-1 over the last 5 years, 9-1 against the Flagstaff Eagles in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
The last victory for the Flagstaff Eagles, 2013 at Mingus, a 24-14 victory for the Flagstaff Eagles. Obviously trying to protect their season out here tonight, coming in 3-5. Mingus coming in at 6-2 and 3-1 in the Grand Canyon region, which is absolutely phenomenal because Prescott is the only undefeated team left, and that is next week's battle.
Yeah, next week's battle is going to be huge, but we can't overlook this game. If you go to school at Mingus, you know how big of a rivalry this is between Flagstaff and St. Flagstaff. They don't like us. We don't like them. All in competitive spirit, though.
Yes, indeed. Last time these two teams matched up in 2017, Marauders took it to the Eagles 41-10. The score, it was 20-0 at halftime. It was 34-0 at the end of the third quarter, and 41-10 at the end of the game. The Mingus-Bradshaw game, absolutely huge. Bradshaw came in number 4 in the 4A rankings. Mingus was down at the bubble, down at 16, and the matchup last week at Mingus, holy cow.
Yeah, especially going back to last year, the blowout that Bradshaw had against Mingus on homecoming at home. We were thinking we were going to have a really tough game, and it was a tough game, but Mingus defense came to play. I thought it was the best game they've played all year. They had a shutout going all the way until the fourth quarter. They gave up a touchdown late. But they dominated offensively. They had 7 points in the first, scored another one in the second, and then put the game away with 2 big touchdowns towards the end of that game. 4 interceptions, though, for the Mingus defense. And, you throw 4 interceptions in a game, chances are you're probably not going to win, and Mingus took advantage of those turnovers, so credit to them.
One of those interceptions in the end zone, also a fumble recovery in the end zone from Joe Machado, who, by the way, is wearing number 2 tonight, not 22, if you've got your program out here. We were talking about the history between the Flagstaff Eagles and the Mingus Marauders. It attracts the legendary coaching staff, even to this game.
Yeah, we got Coach Young down in attendance here, Coach Dixon, Coach Doug McKeever. We got a lot of guys here coming on to, pay the respects to the Mingus football program, and this is a big game. We got if you look down here, we're up in this beautiful press box. You look down into the stands, you can see a lot of red sprinkled throughout. It's going to be a fun night.
It is going to be a fantastic night. We want to thank our pregame sponsor, Vinny's New York Chef Pizzeria. In fact, you can go over there, 6th Street and the 89A bypass, and they will be having the game on. They're streaming the game. You can watch the game while you have a phenomenal dinner at Vinny's New York Chef Pizzeria. Hey, don't forget, on Sundays they've got the NFL ticket and over a dozen TV screens. Outside seating is even available, and new this year, online ordering. Vinny'sNewYorkPizza.com. So if you're watching Suddenlink Channel 2 or Cable 1 Channel 56, you can order online, have it delivered, and you continue to watch the game. And, of course, ask for the Marauder Special, $29.99, 20-inch, one-topping pizza, 20 wings, 12 garlic knots, and a liter of Coke to go along with it. I want to thank our pre-game sponsor out here, Vinny's New York Chef Pizzeria. Flagstaff drew Seton last week, and ouch!
Yeah,
it was a tough game for the Flagstaff Eagles.
Seton's really starting to hit their stride, and they put a pretty big beating on Flagstaff. There was 42-6 at the half. Flag got They scored 20 points late in the fourth quarter to make it look more interesting than it was, but Seton really took it to them, and actually, Flag lost their quarterback to a concussion. That would be Henry Tagle. Yes, big part of their offense here. So now they're going to go with junior Joe Whitinger, and he's had some experience. He's thrown. He's had I think around 25 attempts, about 8 completions this year. So, we're going to see what he's got tonight.
Well, Mingus will put a new quarterback into the backfield as well. Alex Nelson will take the helm with a quarterback rating of 177, better than 177. That's about the best you can get. One attempt, one completion, one touchdown to Chaz Taylor. He'll be in the backfield here tonight. Why? Well, unfortunately, Mingus had Antoine Zabala ejected late in the fourth quarter. It was called a late block, which ended up into a couple of blows, and Antoine had to sit out the final minutes of that game and sit out this game as well. So both squads a little bit different in the backfield here tonight. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and we've gone through this before. Earlier this year, Coco, when we lost Alex Nelson in the Seton game, we lost Nelson. We know how much he does on offense for this team, and we went into Coco, and Coco got the better of us. So we can't take Flag lightly whatsoever. They're going to be fired up for this game. I got confidence in Nelson back there with Streck leading the way. I'm sure we're going to be calling both those guys' numbers a lot tonight, and they're going to carry a big load on their shoulders. But I think if any two guys could do it, it could be those guys.
I'd say it still comes back to the trenches.
Yep.
It still comes back to the guys with the big in numbers in the line, in the trenches. It really does. We're going to take a break in our Vinny's New York Chef Pizza pregame report. When we come back, we'll talk about the JV game, what happened last night, look at a couple of season stats, and see how the two teams match up on paper when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
People always
always ask us what makes us different than other car dealers. Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everybody deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to care more, try harder, and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee that we'll try our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood this weekend or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Through notes, so that we had all sorts of stuff ready for you out here today. We want to thank Vinny's New York Chef Pizza. Don't forget, they've got the NFL Sunday ticket. In fact, in part of the area, they have restaurant seating. You can be served right at the table. You can sit there and get served your fabulous dinners here. Expanded menu. Watch the Mingus game live from Vinny's here tonight. Going on right now. How about that? Out here last night, the Mingus Marauders JV squad. First time JV played Flagstaff this year, was here in Flagstaff, beat him 41-20 last night. Flipped over, 1-1 versus Flagstaff on the JV level, 36-25. Zach Figge, quarterback for the Mingus Marauders. We had players in different positions, quite honestly, but nonetheless, it was a great game. Flagstaff took advantage of a couple of errors that Mingus was unfortunate to have during the course of the game, and then Mingus couldn't take advantage of some other opportunities. Deep drive late in the game, scored, got it called back. Would have been possibly a 3-point game. Right at that point with less than 2 minutes left to go. That's how close that game was.
Yeah, real close game. Unfortunately, Mingus not able to get the win, but they go 1-1 against Flag on the year. So next year, you just got to come out a little bit stronger, hopefully have some more healthy players out there.
That would certainly help, no doubt. The JV will finish up at home at Mingus against Prescott this coming Thursday. So that would be the 25th, I believe, of October. Mingus stats, we've got some new records underway.
Yeah, how about this? Zabala, new record for completions, 108 completions. That's amazing. And Mingus has been known for so long, kind of the ground and pound game, run it. Then you throw it. A little bit different here with Coach Ortiz. They really like to air it out, and they got the right guy to do it with Zabala, and he actually set the record in yards, too, with 1,596 yards. And just he's having a great year. Unfortunately, not going to be out there tonight. Just imagine the numbers he could put up, even more numbers. He passed Ryan Stokes in 1997, total touchdowns of 21. He's actually tied right now with Nick Allred for 23 total touchdowns. Nick set that record back in 2009. Nick, a great quarterback. I played with him during my time here, so that just shows you how good Zabala's been this year, and we're going to miss him tonight.
So Nick Allred and his family's going, the record's safe for one
more game. Maybe he can come out, and I think he's got maybe a game of eligibility, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see, 8th year seniors, something like that. All right, the Flagstaff band is out on the field out here at NAU, and of course on the ground. Nelson has been the real story.
Records all over the place. 191 carries, which is a record here at Mingus. Over 1,300 yards. That's incredible. In just 7 games played. He missed a game again, the Cocoa game, absent for. He would have had a tremendous game up there. Yeah. Every time he gets the ball in his hands, he does something great with it. He's just doing great things. And we go to receiving here again. Chaz Taylor, just tremendous. Just behind Chris Rice with receptions. He's got 39 right now. Chris Rice holds the record with 42 receptions, but Taylor's got the edge in yards, over 720 yards. I'm sure he's going to look to add to those stats tonight.
Oh, certainly so. On the opposite side of the ball, the Flagstaff Eagles here tonight. Quarterback Henry Tagle, their starting quarterback, senior quarterback, out here tonight, injured during the Seton game last week, and Whitinger will take over. He's played 8 games, 11 for 2,361 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So it'll be two backfields that'll be kind of different, but Jaramillo is the real story for the Flagstaff Eagles. 105 carries, 1,035 yards, averaging just barely under 10 yards a carry. So this is going to be their answer. It's going to be Nelson versus Jaramillo. No doubts about it on the ground. However, they will also run a lot of other running backs out there. Morrow with 76 carries, 388 yards on the season. Holloway has got 168 yards. Thomas, 238 yards on the ground. Their leading receiver is also Jaramillo. 12 receptions, 224 yards. A lot of those yards, almost 110 yards, came last week against Seton, by the way. So that'll be interesting to see how they plug him in to the receiving part of the offense for this game against the Mingus Marauders. The Grand Canyon region really setting the picture for the Arrow coming to a close at Badger Stadium next week. If the Mingus Marauders win here tonight over Flagstaff and an expected win over Lee Williams from Prescott, that will put Prescott 5-0, Mingus 4-1, and if Mingus beats Prescott at that point, they will have the tiebreaker with the head-to-head and would be Grand Canyon region champions again.
Sets up kind of just how last year did. Mingus going to Prescott towards the end of the year, needing a win. They played a great game, get that victory, and then able to seal that Grand Canyon region championship.
It was phenomenal. Sal Point still sitting on top of the 4A ranking. Saguaro number 2. Glendale, the Cardinals, slipped to number 3. Desert Edge moves up to number 4. Seton Catholic actually hosts number 2 Saguaro here tonight. That is going to be a tough game. Cactus will host Coconino. So the Coconino squad will be on the road to meet up with the Cobras. Tucson Saguaro has number 18, 5-3 Casa Grande here tonight. Bradshaw slips to number 8, and they will be against Mojave. Canyon del Oro slips out of the top 8 just barely, and they will have 2-6 Vista Grande. Walden Grove is at number 10. 11 is going to be Peoria. Prescott drops, or actually leads, jumps back up, actually fell. They were at 11. They fell to number 12, and they will host Lee Williams. Mingus on the road here at Flagstaff. Mingus at number 13. Went from 18 up to 13, or 17 rather, up to 13. Greenway hangs on to number 14. They've got number 22, 6-2, Tempe. That'll be a tough game. Gila Ridge, this one may decide the Southwest Division. They'll host number 23, 4-4 Estrella Foothills. Mesquite rounds out the top 16. Mesquite, how about that? They've got number 40, Marcos Deniza. They are undefeated since their visit to Mingus Union High School. Cocos at 17, Casa Grande's at 18, Catalina Foothills at 19, Arcadia drops to 20. The Flagstaff Eagles come in at 26 here tonight. Well, we're going to take a break here in our Vinny's pregame report. We'll return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. It'll be the Mingus Marauders at the Flagstaff Eagles here tonight. Coming up soon after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
You got into a car accident. Well, now you got to put that behind you. It's in the past, and it's because you made the right choice. You had ABC Body Shop tow the vehicle. They help with your insurance company, arrange for a rental car, and the car looks fantastic. They cleaned it inside and out and even took care of the tow. ABC Body Shop is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Best of all, they care about their customers. They're located on Cherry Street in Cottonwood. Aren't you glad you chose ABC Body Shop? Call them at 928-634-6442.
This has been Vinny's New York Chef's Pizzeria pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333. Order online today at Vinny'sNewYorkPizza.com for pickup or delivery and have delicious pasta, subs, burgers, a specialty pizza, and more ready to go by game time. Vinny's Pizza, located at 516 East 89A in Cottonwood. Call them at 646-3333 or online at Vinny'sNewYorkPizza.com. We'll return for the kickoff right after this.
Back here at the NA Walk-Up Skydome, the Mingus Marauders down in the corner getting ready for battle with the Flagstaff Eagles. The history runs deep in this one as the Grand Canyon region battle will be underway. The Mingus Marauders have scored 315 points this season thus far and given up 185. The Flagstaff Eagles almost exactly even. They've scored 204 and given up 203 points here this season. So
wow.
It'll be an interesting one, but both squads not playing the way they're accustomed to.
Yeah, and Mingus going to be definitely using that ground attack. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Wildcat here with Alex Nelson. And speaking of Nelson, he's actually 7th in the state rushing, 2nd in 4A. And second, really behind another Grand Canyon region player, Austin Clark, over in Prescott, who's having a tremendous year. Looking at receiving here, Chaz Taylor, 22nd in the state, 3rd in 4A, which is tremendous. There's a lot of great passing teams here in 4A, and for him to be that high, credit to him, credit to the offensive line, giving the ball a time for him to get that ball out and set these all-time records for Mingus.
That's going to be Gabe Meyer. It's going to be Martinez Gonzalez and Big Gronk Griffin. Is going to be the captains for the Mingus Marauders out here tonight. A couple of different changes. First of all, Joe Machado is wearing number 2, not 22, both in your program and in your hearts. Since Nelson is going to be playing in the backfield as the quarterback position, Fabian Jimenez will be playing the corner position. So hopefully Alex Nelson doesn't have to go both ways. Starting linebackers here tonight, going to be Streck and Bessler will get a start here for the linebacker position.
All right, yeah, looking forward to seeing these guys step up and make some plays here tonight.
Taking a look at the captains out there for the Eagles, it is going to be number 54, and that is going to be Lipscomb. Number 34 out there, Jaramillo, a sophomore, by the way, so teams throughout the Grand Canyon region are going to have to deal with him for years to come. It's going to be Ryan Tagle, and I believe that may have been Henry's brother, I assume. I don't know that for sure. And number, is it 7? It looks like 7 out there. Dylan LeBleu.
That's right, and Mingus winning the toss here, so they chose to defer, so Flagstaff will receive this opening kickoff.
All right, the Mingus Marauders and the Flagstaff Eagles getting ready to battle out here tonight. The Mingus Marauders have put up some phenomenal stats, especially offensively out here. Defensively, though, this has been really interesting. Defensively, the Mingus Marauders have really had some stars shine. You've got Kendrew Streck coming in with 110 tackles on the season. That's in 8 games.
I mean, you look at the next highest tackler, 66. I mean, that's almost double. So it just shows you, he's the anchor of that defense down there. He gets the job done.
And oftentimes a lead blocker. So, it goes all sorts of different directions. The Mingus Marauders will come out to kick off as Danny Rodriguez will kick off. And Rodriguez amongst the best in kick scoring as well, and has gotten an awful lot of yardage on kickoff simply because Mingus has got scored enough for him to kick off a whole bunch.
Yep.
So we'll get to see how he kicks off in the high altitude.
Yeah.
See if he gets an opportunity to put it.
The field looks massive from up here, Jackie, in this wonderful press box we're in. And this is great.
We are high above the stadium area here. We want to thank the Daily Sun for giving us space in the press box area. And the kick is going to be deep. It'll go to approximately the 10-yard line. It'll be taken by the Flagstaff Eagles. They'll try the right-hand side and will get picked up and brought down out there by the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, it looks like Harp out there for Mingus making that tackle. Nice stop there after a good return.
Good field position for the Flagstaff Eagles as they're going to mark the ball just inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. And that is where Joe Weidinger is going to be taking over.
And waiting to get the kicking ball off the field so we can get the first play going.
Number 6 is our quarterback, and he will hand it off. Mingus in the backfield early, and I believe it was Strack hanging on.
Yeah, Strack, and then Matthew coming in to finish it up. But nice start for this Mingus defense. Has got this Flagstaff offense going backwards. Just the push up front there from the Mingus defensive line was too much for Flag to handle right there.
Jaramillo with the run, and we'll end up losing one, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Flagstaff with the ball at their own 38-yard line. If you're just joining us on the radio, welcome aboard. It's Mingus and Flagstaff just underway, second play of the game. There's the snap and a handoff up front and caught by the ankle, brought down quickly. And we've got 2 Flagstaff Eagles down on the ground, and both of them in pain. A 2-yard run for the Flagstaff Eagles, but 2 players are hurt. And I wonder if they ran up into the back of each other or what the issue was.
Yeah, you never want to see that. Hopefully these guys are going to be okay.
Certainly so. Well, the line of scrimmage is going to be the 41-yard line. And we have 1 up, we have 2 up. So 2 Eagles up. Number 8 limping off, that's Colton Bond. He is the starting tight end out there. And number 52, who is going to be the starting guard, Warren Lipscomb, will be escorted off the field. So 2 plays into the game, and Flagstaff loses 2 players.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to make a return, because losing 2 starters this early in the game is going to be tough to overcome.
Certainly so. 2 backs in the backfield out of the eye. And there's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Has some room. He'll throw out to Jaramillo. There we go. He dives forward off the screen for close to the first down. It's going to depend on where they mark it.
Yeah, and it looks like a good spot here for Flagstaff. And they're going to give him a first down. So a nice call there with the screen. Mingus brings a lot of pressure. And Weidinger gets the ball to his playmakers, and he gets to the sideline, able to pick up a big first down, and they move it to just around midfield.
All right, so they pick up 7 yards on the screen, 49-yard line, and here come the Eagles. 1 receiver to the far side. Tight end on the near side, 1 back in the backfield. And there's the snap, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He'll run it up the middle and gain a couple, give him about 3.
Yeah, you'd think maybe they didn't think they had the first down. But, successful play for them. They pick up a few yards on first down. It's always good, when you get positive yards on their drive. They started their last drive going backwards. So nice run there. And Flag likes to flank their wide receiver way outside. They got a one-on-one matchup over here against Jimenez.
They do that an awful lot. Second back gets it. Mingus collapses the pile. The pile goes forward. Good drive by the Flagstaff Eagles as he will get back to the line of scrimmage and then just a tad. And it's going to be number 10 with the carry in the backfield.
Yeah, a lot of Mingus guys in on that tackle there.
That's Morrow with the carry, give him 2 yards, and 3rd and 5 at the Mingus Marauder 46-yard line. 9:21 left to go in the first quarter. Spread formation for the Flagstaff Eagles. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Still I formation in the backfield. There's the snap. They do hand it off. Mingus captures it, catches it from behind, and will grab on the pile and drive it back. A gain of about 2. That's going to bring up 4th and manageable. Give him 3 on the carry. So 4th and 2 from the Mingus Marauder 44.
Yeah, it looks like Flagstaff not even thinking about punt here. They're going to try and pick up this 4th down play. So very aggressive to start the game. You know, and if you want to beat Mingus, that's what you got to do. You got to be aggressive.
Spread out formation once again. The center goes out first. Here comes the line. The receivers are already set. Tight end to the near side. 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback keeps it, gets pushed back. Mingus read that one, and I don't think he got enough. What's your call, Carson?
No, he picked up maybe 1, but he needed another one, and a nice stop from Mingus to start this game. Defense comes up big there. A lot of Mingus defenders in on that tackle. Now give the ball back to the offense for the first time here, and we'll see what this coaching staff has cooked up over the week, knowing they were going to be without their star quarterback.
No doubts indeed. 23 yards on the drive, 7 plays. Mingus gets the ball back at their own 43-yard line. And Alex Nelson put in a bid to wear number 8 today, denied.
Yeah, sorry. He's worn enough jerseys this year.
Indeed. Streck in the backfield, lined up as the tailback. And a man goes in motion. There's Blenars, and quarterback keeps it. It's going to be Nelson, and a pile of green comes in and just flops over. They're going to give him forward progress back to the 38, loss of 5.
Mingus tried to go with a little misdirection right there. They send Blenars in motion to try and get the defense going with him, and they tried a little counter coming back the other way with Streck lead blocking, but by the time it got going, defensive line of flag already in the backfield. So a big loss on 1st down for Mingus.
2nd and 15 from their own 38. Spread receivers, 2 backs in the backfield now for Mingus. And there's the snap, there's the first block, and Nelson finds a lane. He'll get back to the 45. He'll pick up 7. The 5 he lost, and a couple more, bringing up 3rd and 8 from the 45.
Yeah, so usually this situation of passing down for Mingus, but without Zabala in there, who knows what we're going to do here. Obviously, Chaz, we know, can throw the ball. Nelson can throw the ball. I wouldn't put it past Streck to be able to fling it back there.
No, they've all played flag football.
This call right here could be set us up for what we might see tonight.
2 receivers to the far side, a receiver and a tight end to the near side, 1 back in the backfield. And there's the snap. Lead blockers, room for Nelson. He squirts past the 50, down to the 45. 1st down, Mingus.
And a nice play call from Coach Ortiz there. They loaded up one side of the field. They came back to the weak side and had just enough blockers for Nelson to do his thing right there, and picks up a big 1st down for Mingus facing a 3rd and long.
Clock's moving quickly. 1st quarter action still 0-0, 6:50 left to go. Mingus' first possession of the game. Once again, Zabala not in the game. Mingus running a wildcat. Nelson the quarterback. He's got Streck in the backfield to be off to his left. 2 receivers to the far side. Put a man in motion. That's Jimenez, and they fake the handoff, and there's the run. There goes Nelson. He stumbles forward, almost out of a would-be blocker, but 24 comes up with the tackle. A gain of 9, and Mingus into Eagle territory down to the 36.
Yeah, so far we've seen, I believe, 5 straight runs from Nelson now. And again, we knew he was going to be the workhorse coming into tonight, so he's going to get a lot of work. We'll see if maybe one of these times the snap goes to Streck, but so far it's been all Nelson.
Would make sense on 2nd and short, and nope, Nelson's going to follow Streck, and Nelson's got the 1st down as he gets down to about the 32-yard line. That'll move the chains, and pick up a 4. So now 5 carries out there for Nelson. He's got 25 yards. That's easy math for even a radio guy.
Yeah, are you trying to say that I don't know math, Jackie?
I was talking about myself, dude.
Okay.
So Jimenez coming to the sideline for the Mingus Marauders, bringing the plays in and out. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
This way Nelson does not have 20-yard sprints, or at least jogs back and forth.
No, he's going to need an ice bath after tonight.
No doubts. A lot of the Marauders will. A lot of the Flagstaff Eagles will, going both ways. Nelson looks to pitch, keeps it, has a block downfield, and cuts back inside. He's inside the 20, inside the 15, down to about the 12. That's enough to move the chains. Good blocking out there as they caved it down, and great blocking downfield. I saw both Bessler and Mestis keeping their blocks.
Yeah, and there was really just a daylight all over the place out there for Nelson. Credit to this flag defense staying with the play, able to run him down. So now, last week against Bradshaw, Mingus didn't break out the Wildcat until they got into the red zone. Flag's seen the Wildcat so far every play here tonight. We'll see if they're able to make an adjustment down here towards their goal line.
Well, it's a whole different thing about being able to see it, know it coming, and still being able to stop it.
Yeah.
We've seen that in many directions. Nelson gets the block outside, cuts it inside, back outside, inside the 10, as he jump and skips to move the pile and the blockers, and gets a great run as he'll get down to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, just a nice jump cut there to get back and get a nice gain of 8 on first down, and so far Nelson just carving up this Flagstaff defense.
So 2nd and 1, maybe a long one, maybe possibly 2 at about the 6-yard line. Mingus, their first drive of the game, still zeros on the board, approaching 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Strex in the backfield with Nelson. 2 receivers to the far side. Tight end on the far side, and he'll run that way. Bounce off a would-be tackler, a would-be blocker, into the end zone. Touchdown. Mingus takes the lead 6-0 on a Nelson scamper.
Yeah, and your Flagstaff, you kind of got to be a little bit frustrated there. Mingus ran the same play every time down there, and they're able to take it into the end zone. So nice start here for Mingus. Defense comes up with a big 4th down stop to force the turnover, and the offense does its job. So credit to that offensive line out there, pushing the defensive line of Flagstaff back, and the extra point is up and looks good, and it is good.
Rodriguez makes it 7-0 for the Mingus Marauders. 3:55 left to go. First quarter. We'll be back to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
You got into a car accident. Well, now you got to put that behind you. It's in the past, and it's because you made the right choice. You had ABC Body Shop tow the vehicle. They help with your insurance company, arrange for a rental car, and the car looks fantastic. They cleaned it inside and out and even took care of the tow. ABC Body Shop is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Best of all, they care about their customers. They're located on Cherry Street in Cottonwood. Aren't you glad you chose ABC Body Shop? Call them at 928-634-6442.
Doucette and Jaramillo back for the Flagstaff Eagles out here as Mingus ready to kick off, leading 7-0. And Rodriguez pooches it near side, 30-yard line, bounces, it's still free, and will finally get covered at about the 22-yard line. I am not going golfing with that kid.
No, and
holy cow.
Puts it where he wants to. Does his classic little pooch kick, and Mingus almost able to get down there to recover that. Looking down here at the sideline, I see Nelson's having a little chat down there with a Mingus legend, Tony Vaca. Looks like they're chatting it up. I know Tony's had some big games here at the Sky Dome in his past when he was playing for Mingus. 2-time baseball state champion. Just a great athlete, even better person.
I formation once again for the Flagstaff Eagles. There's the snap, pitch to the outside. Jaramillo tries to skip outside, able to get off a would-be blocker, would-be tackler, and still carries a pile forward for 11. What a massive load, and this kid is a sophomore.
Wow, how about that? So a lot of good young running backs here in this Grand Canyon region. Him along with the running back over there in Cocoa, but contact made at the line of scrimmage. He bounces off about 4 would-be tacklers and picks up a much-needed first down for this Flagstaff offense.
Well, little pitch play gets to the outside, and he runs through tackles. Obviously, Mingus is going to have to straighten that up. I formation once again inside as it goes to number 10 with the carry. That's Morrow. Morrow gets eaten up. They try to do that little Sally, and Sally went backward.
Yeah, they tried a little counter play there. Nothing working. Bessler in on the tackle there, bringing him down for a loss of 1.
2nd and 11 from the 32-yard line for the Mingus Marauders, or Flagstaff Eagles, I should say. Mingus leading, 3 minutes left to go. First quarter, 7-0. We've only seen one pass. Yep, you're listening to Mingus football. We've only seen one pass in the game so far. I formation stacked on the far side. Quarterback's back. He's in trouble. He pitches it. He throws it in the general vicinity. A flag way back at the 19-yard line where the quarterback was hit. And he threw it in the vicinity of somebody. So I'm not sure that that's going to be the call. We're going to see if this is a roughing call against the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, because I would think it'd be intentional groundings because there was a wide receiver within the area there. Looks...
He was running to the
running to the area. Looks like this might get waved off.
And they are waving it off, so it was a grounding conversation, I imagine, out there.
Yep.
Or it could have been a conversation as well as whether or not the hit came during the throw or after the throw, or they took 17 steps before they hit the quarterback. Nonetheless, it will go incomplete, and will bring up 3rd and 11 out there for the Flagstaff Eagles. Whitinger is now 1 for 2, 7 yards. The junior from Flagstaff replacing Tagle. And flags fly, and it's going to be a delay of game. First penalty. We almost made it out of the first quarter without a penalty, Mr. Sandoval.
How about that? That would have been something.
No kidding. That might have been a first this year.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that will get made up for here late in the game.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what, though, even getting out of the first quarter with only 5 yards of penalties total would be unbelievable.
Well, we still got 2.5 minutes to go, so let's
let me be hopeful.
Yeah.
There's the snap. Quarterback comes to the near side, looking for someone. Throws, overthrows, and Coach Ortiz gets a hand on it. Cannot come up with the completion.
He just doesn't have that quickness like he used to have. I have to talk to him about that. He's got to bring that in.
I am not going there. So the roll is incomplete. It was well covered by Mingus. There really wasn't. He had a small box to throw in, which is really hard to do when you're rolling to the side that is not your throwing in.
Yeah, so nice job from Mingus defense holding up there. And then we got Nelson and Chaz Taylor deep. So pick your poison here. Who you want to kick this to? Oh, a beautiful kick. Oh, my gosh, look at this.
And it sends him back. Mingus Marauder. And there goes the flag for the block in the back. Chaz Taylor doesn't know the play is over. He hits the sideline and takes a huge hit right at about the 44-yard line. But the flag came out at the Mingus Marauder 26-yard line.
And it looks like that's going to be another flag there. I believe he threw the flag. It looked to be a block in the back maybe down here when Chaz caught it, and then threw his hat off over on around the 45-yard line, indicating I think would have been a face mask on Chaz, against Chaz. Oh.
Well, I believe that Chaz was probably the recipient of that. There is a flag. There is a hat. There is another flag out on the field here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. If you are... I jinxed us. I'm sorry. I was talking about 5 yards of penalty yards in the first quarter, and I totally messed that up. 2:24 left to go in the first quarter. The Mingus Marauders, their first drive, drove the field, caused a 4th down conversion attempt, and got the ball back at their own 43-yard line, and drove 57 yards for the touchdown, all on the ground, got the extra point. Flagstaff, their second drive, stalled out. They had to punt. Phenomenal punt. I believe that was Castorito with the punt, and he's got a phenomenal average, almost 40 yards average per game. So that kid's got a leg on him.
Oh, that's the best punt I've seen this year. Just sent Chaz way back.
Yep, absolutely. So we have the huddle out on the field close to the 50-yard line as they're discussing how they're going to work through the penalties. Obviously, multiple flags would indicate multiple penalties. Well, we have a block in the back against Mingus. We have a personal foul against Flagstaff. And now we're going to have to figure out how they're going to mark it off and where they're going to mark it off. Either way, Mingus will have the ball. The question is where.
And I'm done talking to you for the night, Jackie, after that. This is going to be...
I want to wish a early happy birthday to my mom.
Oh, yes, happy birthday.
Yes, she has 2 birthdays. I'll explain that to you sometime.
Okay.
Yeah, but 91st birthday coming up. And that'll be late October, so we'll be celebrating Sunday, which will be fantastic. So a 10-yard penalty backward and then a 15-yard penalty forward gives the Mingus Marauders a 5-yard gain, but wipes off what would have been a 30-yard punt return for Chaz Taylor.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there because Chaz was really moving once he got that ball. But you always tend to see that block in the back or hold on punt return.
Mingus puts a man in motion. They've got the ball. There's the snap, and Nelson runs, but runs beyond his block. The ball is out and is covered by Flagstaff. So Nelson loses the ball. A man cuts right up underneath one of the blocks and gets Nelson, and the ball comes out, and dove for it. Several players dove for it, unable to get to it. And Flagstaff, with a huge recovery, sets themselves up at the Mingus Marauder 17-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 25, Joshua Thomas, getting in there and able to get his hand on the ball and knock it free. That is exactly what Flagstaff needed right there. Again, another first down play for Mingus that gets caught in the backfield. Just a costly turnover right here. And now Flag's got the ball in the red zone. But, again, defense holds on the first down play. No gain there from the Flagstaff offense. So, again, Mingus defense stepping up to the challenge. And this is what they did all last week against Bradshaw. They were put in a couple of tough situations. I think Bradshaw got into the red zone maybe 5-6 times in the first 3 quarters, and Mingus able to keep him out of the end zone.
Aramillo on the run. He'll lose maybe a half a yard. We'll give it back to the line of scrimmage. He's got 3 carries so far in the first quarter. There's the cut inside, gets caught from behind, slowed him up. He'll pick up about 4, and great hips right there in the middle of the field, right through the big boys.
Yeah, he's a good running back. It's crazy that he's just a sophomore out there. So again, future's bright here in Flagstaff.
A lot of seniors. We saw an awful lot of seniors out there for senior night. And so one would wonder what that might do to this squad for next year. Here come the Flagstaff Eagles, I formation. Pitch goes to the outside. Morrow's got running room and a block in front of him. He dives toward the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, they go with the option play, and just a great play call really from the Flagstaff Eagles. And excellent blocking on the outside. Little pitch right there, and he takes it into the end zone. Contact made about the 3, but he dives in, and that's Josh Morrow, big-time playmaker for Flagstaff, and they take advantage of that turnover. Again, turnovers, those will always come back to haunt you.
Well, 13 yards on the touchdown run following the fumble recovery at the Mingus Marauder 17-yard line. Makes it 7-6 with 55 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And we have a player that's got to get off the field for probably an equipment thing.
Yeah, I would think so.
And so Flagstaff has got to send somebody else in. The play clock is not running. So they do have an opportunity to get a man on and off. So Casarito in for the extra point attempt. There's the hold. The hold's good. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's deep enough. And it is good. So Oscar Castorito now 23 for 26 on the year with extra points. It's knotted up at 7. 55 seconds left to go. Mingus will get the ball back on kickoff when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
And the kickoff, Castorino puts it deep, and it's going to go into the end zone. A touchback for the Flagstaff Eagles. So Mingus will take over at their 20, all knotted up at 7 here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome.
Nice to have a weapon like that, able to just send it into the end zone right there, keep it out of Nelson's hands. So now we'll see if this Mingus offense can get back on track. Again, march down the field on their first possession with just running the Wildcat. They went right back to the Wildcat, but a great play from this Flagstaff defense, able to force the turnover and then put the ball in the end zone to tie the game up.
Taylor near side. Looks like Benars to the near side. Mestis will go to the high side. One back in the backfield with Nelson, and that is Streck. Tight end to the near side as well. And a run to the near side. Good blocks. Flags fly. Nelson down the sideline. Hit out of bounds. And but the flags are back at the Mingus Marauder 16-yard line and the 22-yard line.
Yeah, flags thrown right away there. I don't see holding there on that replay. Let me see here who this is going to be on.
By the way, you can watch all of the games live, and that'll be YouTube/Verde Valley TV. YouTube/Verde Valley TV.
And yeah, I don't want to say it, Jackie, but this is your fault here.
Oh, yeah.
Again, you had to open your big mouth about one penalty with 2 minutes left, and then it's just been flag after flag for us.
Yes, a barrage. A barrage of flags from that point, and they're going to mark the ball back to the Mingus Marauder 7.
Jeez.
So that's going to end up being a 13-yard net penalty for the Mingus Marauders. So backed up deep with 48 seconds left to go.
How about this hole to get out of?
Mingus set up with power to the near side, and there's the snap around the corner. Good blocks. Nelson out toward the 20, out to about the 19-yard line. Almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and Mingus just has more blockers out here than Flag does defenders. Flag not if they don't get a defense alignment in the backfield to start the play, Mingus is just going to have their way with them out here because they're outnumbering them on the sidelines here.
12-yard gain, 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll see if Mingus actually gets a playoff. 10 seconds left. 2 receivers to the far side. They're barely covering receivers. 4 seconds, 3. And Mingus does take a snap. Nelson trying to get to the outside. He has blockers. Close to a first down and knocked out of bounds about 3 yards short out to about the 27-yard line. That's how the first quarter will end. Knotted up at 7 apiece here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. We'll be back for quarter number 2 after this.
Hi, I'm Crazy Tony, and the reason I'm here today is to explain to you what Crazy Tony's markets are all about. We offer the same amenities as other gas stations and convenience stores. What sets us apart is what we do with our profits. We are going to make a difference in this valley. We will be supporting local nonprofits and missions, and we will also be supporting youth programs. So come on by a Crazy Tony's. We have 3 convenient locations. Together we can make a difference. Have a great day and be safe.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. The teams will switch sides, 7-7 as we start the second quarter. Mingus started this drive backed up, at the 20 and then backed themselves up with penalties. Now a third and manageable at the 28-yard line, so 3rd and 2. Mingus playing Wildcat out of the backfield. Nelson in the backfield, turns around, talks to Streck, looks for the snap, puts a man in motion, gets Bessler in there. There's the snap. They've got blocking up the middle. First down for Nelson as he'll get close to the 35. They're going to mark him right at the 35. 7 more yards. Mingus actually digs himself out of the hole and picks up the first down.
Yeah, and again, once Mingus is able to get, block that defensive line of Flagstaff, and Nelson's able to get to that second level, he's having his way here. And it looks like they're going to continue to march down the field here with the Wildcat. Flagstaff not making any adjustments on it. So, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And Nelson, again, is taking some hits tonight, but it's nice to see he keeps popping back up.
Well, that's why
ready to take some more.
Called him Pinball Wizard, right?
Yeah.
There we go. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, 1 in motion. There's the snap. They do hand it off.
Look at this.
Here it comes. Jimenez cuts up underneath. He's past the 50 and out of bounds on the Flagstaff Eagles side of the field. They'll mark him out at the 43.
Yeah, so Mingus decides to do something a little bit different there. First time we've seen that here tonight. They just a little pitch to Jimenez and nice blocking on the outside. He's able to pick up a nice chunk there. And see, had Streck out there, Bessler out there blocking, and a nice job running.
22 yards, and that just shifts the field right there no matter what. So Mingus will have the ball back in Flagstaff territory. Opening drive, took the ball 57 yards and scored, and Mingus hasn't put the ball up in the air as of yet once. 2 receivers either side and a stop and play, and it looks like Mingus is going to take a timeout, talk about it, see what they've got available. We'll take a quick break with them here from the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. We'll be back in 30.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Well, Mingus will come out of the timeout with a 1st and 10 from the Flagstaff 43-yard line. Second quarter action just underway. 11:19 left to go in the first half, and it is the Marauders 7 and the Eagles 7. Jimenez just got his first carry of the game and gains 22 yards on it. Man in motion goes Blenars. Blenars does not get the ball. Nelson cuts back underneath, finds a lane. He's past the 40, 35, and goes down just inside the 35, close to the 33. They're going to mark him down for 9, 1 yard short of the line to gain.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection there with the Mingus offense, and works to their favor there, able to pick up another first down, keep the chains moving.
Do they give him the first down on that, or is it just short? No, they do give him the first down. How about that? 10 yards. So Nelson, 94 yards on 12 carries here, and what is effectively 13 minutes of football.
Yeah, so it'll look to be another classic Nelson game.
2 receivers to the far side. Chaz Taylor and Jimenez over there. Bessler and Mestis on the near side. Streck is to the left of Nelson. And Bessler goes into the backfield, lead blocks right up the middle.
Yep.
There goes Nelson outside, cuts it back in, down to the 10. First down Mingus, and they're going to mark him down at the 11.
Yeah, so great blocking up front from Bessler and Streck, and just the offensive line doing a nice job opening up that hole there. And Mestis downfield with the block. Nelson's got to be thanking these guys, every time he goes back to the huddle, because they're doing an excellent job opening up some big holes for him.
It is much nicer to get caught and tackled by a corner as opposed to a middle linebacker.
Yeah,
yes?
especially when they're you're getting dragged down by your jersey rather than taking a big blow right there to the shoulder pads or to the knees.
Mingus can still get a first down with first down from the 11, and Blenars gets a carry. He'll cut underneath the block, down to the goal line. It's close. Touchdown. Nick Blenars, a rushing touchdown from 11 yards out.
Yeah, nice play there from Mingus. We saw that earlier with Jimenez coming towards us. They go away with it. Blenars right there. They decided to give Nelson a little bit of a break. Much needed break, and he's able to drive it into the end zone with a nice run. So great answer here from this Mingus offense to go back up on top 13-7.
Phenomenal blocking downfield as Rodriguez gets set for the extra point. Hold is good. The kick is up. It is good. Mingus now leads 14-7 over the Flagstaff Eagles. A little better than 10 minutes left to go in the first half. We're back for kickoff after this.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
Nick Blenars, the senior, caps a 93-yard drive with an 11-yard touchdown run. Great blocking downfield. The extra point was good. Mingus recaptures the lead 14-7.
Yeah, nice to see Nick get in the end zone right there. Always like to, oh, wow, look at this.
Off of one of the front men. There's a fight for the ball. And there is a pile of humanity right at the 50-yard line.
How about that kick from Rodriguez there, just off the chest.
Oh, my goodness. And it is going to be Mingus ball. It's going to be Mingus ball. Mestis comes out of the bottom of the pile with it. And I'm not sure that was intended to be an onside kick, but it hit the front man square in the chest. I wouldn't be breathing for a week after that. And bounces forward. All sorts of players dive for it. Mingus gets the ball back. How about that?
Rodriguez just this year's just been excellent with the foot. I mean, what more can you say? He's just he's had a great year.
So Mingus will bring the offense back out on the field.
Yeah, they probably thought they were going to get a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, I didn't even get water. There was a line at the water
Nelson's
cooler.
looking for his helmet.
No kidding. They're going to stop play at the moment, and it's going to be a timeout for the Mingus Marauders. Apparently somebody didn't get water at the cooler.
Yeah, that's probably what they probably do want. Hey, I got to get these guys. They just came off the field after a 93-yard drive.
Right.
I need to get these guys some water.
No kidding. We're going to go ahead and keep it here as we talk about what happens from here. The Mingus Marauders hoping to walk away from Flagstaff with a victory. If they do, if the Mingus Marauders win here tonight, and assuming that the undefeated Grand Canyon region, Prescott Badgers, who are 4-0 in the Grand Canyon region, beat Lee Williams here tonight at home, then all roads cross right there at Badger Stadium next Friday night on the road, as the Mingus Marauders would play this squad, the Badgers, for what would be the Grand Canyon Region Championship and an automatic berth into the playoff picture.
Yeah, again, can't overlook this game here tonight. Got a feisty Flagstaff team who has already put up a touchdown here against Mingus, and now in an unfortunate situation here, they again, we don't know if that was designed or what, but Rodriguez just off the chest plate of
There's a run as Nelson will bounce off of one, put a man in motion, tries the middle, only gets one. Actually, it was a second effort to even get one out there.
Yeah, nice job. Flagstaff on first down really is controlling the game, and then after that, they're giving up big chunk plays to this Mingus offense. On the 3 first downs here, they forced a loss of 5, a fumble recovery, a gain of 1, but then after that, is when they've had their problems.
If you're just joining us, Mingus leading 14-7. Nelson at the quarterback position. Zabala came down with yellow flag fever and will not be in the game here tonight, as Nelson will try to the near side. He's got a stream of blockers in front of him. Ooh, takes a hard hit as a Mingus Marauder loses a block, and Nelson does pop back up. He will gain 5, making it 3rd and 4 from the 44-yard line of the Flagstaff Eagles.
Yeah, that was number 7, Dylan LeBoom. LeBoom.
Yeah,
That's what it
LeBoom.
should be, man. Wow, what a hit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh.
That is 15 carries here in the first half so far for Ironman Alex Nelson.
Yeah, you can say that again. Definitely, Iron Man. He's again, we love to see when he pops right back up from those big hits.
Trips to the near side, one to the far side for the Mingus Marauders. Streck in the backfield out there with Nelson. Puts a man in motion. It's Blenars, and flags fly. And we're going to wait and see. They're going to mark it off against the Mingus Marauders. And look for the call. It's probably a motion or a delay game.
Yeah.
All right. Third penalty against the Mingus Marauders. 28 yards. Not saying another word.
Yep.
3rd and 9 now for from the Flagstaff 49-yard line. Gorgeous facilities out here. And
it's great.
Both of these programs have had players go on to call this their home field here at NAU. There's the snap. Quick handoff going to the far side. Blenars, there's all sorts of flags. Near side, far side, and backside. Blenars, if the play stands, will gain 2 on the far side. But there's all sorts of flags, and we have an illegal procedure against the Mingus Marauders from the far line judge. And that's going to mark it back against Mingus. Or they have the opportunity to decline the penalty, I imagine, yes?
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do here.
False start declined, and that'll give the Mingus Marauders a 2-yard gain, and 4th and 7 now from the Flagstaff Eagle 47-yard line.
Yeah, interested to see what Coach Ortiz comes up with here on this 4th and 7. First 4th down Mingus has faced today.
So the Mingus Marauders come out in a different formation, Streck to the far side.
And Chaz in the backfield.
Chaz in the backfield, and it's going to be a quick kick.
A little quick kick.
And he will punt it out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 22-yard line. So an effective, we're not going to let you return punt. And Mingus will gain a little bit of field position and put their defense back out on the field for this particular game. Most of the same players are still out there.
Yeah, a lot of guys going both ways here on both sides of the ball. And then this high altitude, Flagstaff's used to it. Mingus guys, not as much. So, I know you were having a tough time coming up the stairs earlier.
That's more to age than elevation.
Okay.
I formation out here for the Flagstaff Eagles, taking over at their own 22-yard line. Quarterback looking back to throws, kicks it up, and it is overthrown and off the fingertips. He threw that away from everybody. Closest one was one-hand Colby Fanning out there, and unable to come down with it. Colby Fanning with that cast out on the right hand, and that's got to mess with your catching, huh?
Yeah, he almost was able to bring it in just over his outstretched hands. That was, we wasn't expecting to see a pass play on first down from this Eagles team.
Well, that's why it may have worked, right?
Yeah.
I formation once again, second back, lead blocker out there, gets hit in the backfield. Mingus able to cover it up. Lots of Marauders out there. Wearing number 2 is going to be Machado in on the tackle out there. Bessler's near the pile, and of course 44 is always near the pile. He is a tackle magnet.
He sure is. He sure is. He's just got a nose for that football.
No doubts indeed.
So now a obvious passing situation for the Eagles. They had that nice screen pass to start the game that picked up a first down for them, but since then they've struggled to find any completions.
And it's going to be a pitch, cut back up the middle, and Mingus is able to bring it down short of the line again. Good tackle out there by the Marauders as they wrapped him up, spun him down. Good run. However, it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 6.
Yeah, and they're sending the punt team out. Mingus sending out Taylor and Nelson. So we've seen a great punt already. And a good return that was called back due to a holding call. So we'll see if they decide to kick it to one of these return men again.
The punt is high. They're going to go toward Taylor's side. He's got the catch. He's past the 40, past the 50, cuts back up underneath. 40, 35, still on his feet, down the sideline, and loses his footing just inside the 20.
There is a flag thrown, though, at around the 37-yard line. And, when the flags are thrown right there, it usually means it's coming back.
A whole mess of blocking out there. Hard to see what they saw out there on the field.
Now, Chaz is saying, again, come on.
I know. Chaz Taylor, 2 tremendous returns. And this one is going to stop at the 37-yard line and go backward from that point. Had it stood, he would have actually returned it past the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They're going to mark it back to the 47-yard line. Nonetheless, still, Mingus forces the 3 and out and gets the ball back on the Flagstaff Eagles side of the field.
Yeah, and we saw, Benares with the touchdown a few series ago. We'll see if maybe Mingus decides to do another couple pitches in front to Jimenez or to Benares, or maybe, a handoff to Streck. I'd like to see Streck run the ball up the middle a couple times.
That's not a bad idea either. And it's going to be Nelson keeping it, gets hit by Morrow, falls forward, 10 tackles, 10 for about no gain.
Yeah, how about that? That was 10-10.
All right, so we have had a changing of a guard here. Alex Nelson with 123 yards so far in this game. No gain on that one. But so far, 16 carries, 123 yards, is now up to 1,491 yards. He has passed more from 1995 and with 1,434 yards. Passed Aaron Midkiff from 1997 with 1,434 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Nelson with the quarterback. He's going to come to the near side, trying to follow his blockers. Gets to the outside, out of bounds, and will gain about 5. They're going to mark him at the 41, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah. So
those were some big names out there.
Midkiff, shout out to Midkiff. My neighbor lives up a couple houses up from me. Just a tremendous fullback for Mingus back in the day. Obviously, the Golden Team, the state championship team, 1997, a huge part of that team, and always at the games, always coming by, checking in on this Mingus football team.
Bessler in motion, and we're going to try the far side.
Ooh.
Nelson cuts up underneath. Didn't get the block he needed, gets cut down pretty much at the line of scrimmage. So 4th and about 5 now from the Flagstaff 41-yard line.
Nice tackle there from number 2. That was Michael Vicente Jr. So, and Mingus in 4-down territory here. Again, Chaz not in the backfield, so don't look for that little pooch kick again. Looks Mingus trying to pick this up, keep this drive alive.
Nelson takes the snap, follows Streck,
man.
Cuts up underneath, gets to the outside. He's got the 40, cuts under, has some running room, and he's off to the races. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Nelson, 41-yard and a breakaway.
Yeah, looked like once that play started, it wasn't going to go anywhere. It looked like maybe a loss, but patient running from Nelson sets up the blocks, makes a couple guys miss, and takes it into the end zone for a big touchdown to give Mingus a 2-touchdown lead.
Blocking, tackling, and ball security. That's what wins football games.
Yeah, and just, again, tremendous blocking on the outside here, and Nelson doing the rest.
41 yards on the touchdown score for the Mingus Marauders. And by the way, I quoted Coach Figgy, by the way. Got to give him credit for that. 4:34 left to go. Rodriguez, the kick is up. In between the big yellow sticks called goalposts. 21-7, 4:34 left to go in the first half. Mingus' kickoff coming up after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
(21-7) your score here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Jackie Bessler, Carson Sandoval along with you. KYBC AM 1600 and 96.3 FM. Ground ball near side, picked up, bounces around, picked up and contained at the 26-yard line, down the sideline, and then out of bounds. Carrying the ball is number 18, and that's going to be Ryan Tagle. And Ryan Tagle, another sophomore out there for this Flagstaff squad. Decent field position starting at the 37-yard line.
Little Grand Canyon region update here. Bradshaw Mountain Bears leading the Mojave Thunderbirds 26-0 in the second quarter.
The Thunderbirds, recipients of probably an angry Bears team after losing to the Badgers and then turning around losing to the Mingus Marauders on the road.
Yeah, they had a tough go of it last week at the Cave.
I formation out there once again for the Flagstaff Eagles. Ooh, a breakaway up the middle, looking for the outside, and contained by the Marauders and out of bounds. Running the ball on the scamper is 24, Colby Holloway.
Yeah, and he had a nice burst of speed there. That was something different. You know, we're used to seeing number 34 out there. And how do you
Jaramillo.
Jaramillo. We're used to seeing him. He's more the big bruiser back there. But then you get Holloway out there, and he's got some wheels, and picks up a nice gain for this Flagstaff offense.
Well, good blocking up front, and then he was able to cut it to the outside. Overloaded. They go to the short side. Streck cuts him down. Man, he shoots through like an arrow.
Yeah, it's a good thing, too, because he had some running room out there.
There was definitely a lane, and Holloway was going right at it. They got up underneath that, or outside the defensive end, and there was nobody out there, and then somebody shot Streck out of a cannon. Back-to-back carries for Holloway for 20 yards, and the ball sits on the Mingus Marauder 44-yard line. Just under 4 minutes left to go. Mingus leading 21-7. Quarterback steps back, looking to throw, throws the screen. As Jaramillo on the near side, Mingus is able to eat it up relatively quickly for a short gain. Colby Fanning, and it looks like also Matthew out on there for the tackle, third and 4.
Well, Streck actually chasing this down, able to just trip up some feet there. Excellent tackle. And, again, you can't say enough about Streck out there. And again, this defensive line's doing a nice job getting a little bit of pressure there. Obviously, they let him in there with the screen pass, trying to open it up. But the secondary and linebacker positions coming up and doing a nice job keeping it to a third down.
Overloaded to the near side is the line. There's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw, and there goes the flag as they're going to stop play. If it's against Mingus, it'll be a first down.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to go against Mingus for
an offsides encroachment.
And now first down at the 35-yard line for Flagstaff, and they got a nice drive going here before the first half. They obviously want to put points on the board, knowing that Mingus is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Plenty of time, too. 3:03 left to go in the first half. Flagstaff still with 3 timeouts left. According to what I remember, 2 receivers to the far side. Center comes up. Here comes the line. First and 10 from the Mingus Marauder 35. Quarterback takes the snap. Gets hit. Bounces off. Still looking to throw. Throws the ball and gets the completion, but for negative yardage as it goes out to Harden. Harden catches the ball and it gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Bessler came in and hit the quarterback, didn't wrap him up.
Yeah, no, put a nice hit on him, though, and backed him up deep, so really no gain there. So nice job from Bessler there, getting in, getting the pressure, and holding this Flagstaff team to no gain here.
Yeah, they do give him no gain, but it is a reception on the play to number 9. So I formation once again out there for the Flagstaff Eagles. There's the pitch going to the far side. Mingus cuts up underneath, able to, Morrow still on his feet, is able to wrestle down, and he still keeps running, and a flag comes out at about the 28-yard line. Did I see the flag, or was it a towel?
No, I saw the flag too. Maybe running too hard or something. I don't know.
It might be a face mask against the Mingus Marauders, and if that be the case, that would be costly.
Yeah, and that is the call on the play there. So Flagstaff able to move the ball here, and with a couple helps from penalties from Mingus with the offsides and now the face mask, setting up this Flagstaff offense for a score. That's going to put him inside the red zone.
8 yards on the carry, and then they're going to mark off the penalty from there. So the new line of scrimmage is going to be the 14-yard line. 1:54 left to go in the half. And a personal foul against the Mingus Marauders, the 5th penalty of the game, 48 yards. And here come the Flagstaff Eagles. Quarterback looks to throw, throws it, puts it up, and it is just behind the receiver as Fanning had the coverage out there on the intended receiver tackle.
Yeah, it's always it's a little bit of a surprise whenever they drop back to pass. We know they love to run the ball, and obviously having their starting quarterback out, Weidinger hasn't had as many attempts this year, but they have faith in him, and they really need to get this ball in the end zone.
Well, he played at least a half a game against Seton last week, a real tough Sentinel squad. So. Yeah. 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Now a little reversal out there for the Flagstaff Eagles trying to get to the outside. Mingus will contain it, and it'll end up a loss of a couple. And on the end around was going to be number 21. That's Doucette, Caden Doucette.
Yeah, when Doucette got the ball, it almost looked like he was going to come up and pass it. But again, Mingus not falling for the trickery there. Everyone staying home, playing their keys, and they come up with the loss there.
3rd and 10 now from the 15-yard line. In case you don't know, the Flagstaff Eagles 2 for 4 on field goals this year. Offset. There's the quarterback pitch. Quick pitch to the outside. Hit hard. Coming up with an intense hit out there, trying to catch a number.
That was Matthew.
Yeah, that was Matthew. Got off his block.
Yeah, he did.
And he got there pretty much as soon as the pitch got there. So it is now 4th and about 16 from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, well, great play from Matthew getting off the block there, and executed that tackle to perfection. That's just what you want to see in a form tackle there with some power behind it.
A little bit of emotion behind it as well.
Yeah.
Caserito comes out. I was just talking about it. He's 2 for 4 on the year. Holder's going to set up at the 26, 27-yard line. So a 37-yard attempt. Low snap. Kick is up, and it is going to be good.
Yeah.
Caserito puts it in with the 8 seconds left to go in the second quarter. How about that? Making the score 21-10. We'll come back for the kickoff right after this.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
37-yard field goal. Caps the drive for the Flagstaff Eagles, making it 21-10. And here's the kickoff. They're going to kick it deep, and Nelson will just watch that one land in the end zone about 7 or 8 yards deep. Mingus will take over with 8 seconds left to go from their own 20-yard line, and probably will try to save a hit. I would guess. Might take a knee and just run the clock out and go into halftime.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Maybe they decide to pull out a trick play and throw the ball. We haven't seen much of that tonight.
We haven't seen any
of it, really,
no.
Yeah. And
not from Mingus, and all week long, Nelson was telling me he was gonna outdo Zabala's season numbers in one game, and that little sly smile he has with that, So Mingus will line up in what appears to be a kneel formation, and they do. That's gonna run the clock, and we're gonna be here at halftime. The Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report will begin as the Flagstaff band takes the field here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. Mingus leading 21-10 at halftime. We're back after this.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires at Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They're a dealer for you. Located on 89A in Cottonwood or online at mattsays.yes.com. Stick around for the first half recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now, let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Jackie Bessler and Carson Sandoval.
Well, if you're just joining us here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, we started a half an hour later, not because we wanted to, because those are the rules here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. Pre-game started at 7, kickoff at 7:30, so we are now just at halftime. Mingus leading by a score of 21-10. Mingus kicked off to start the game and then took the opening drive down the field, all Wildcat, all Alex Nelson for the score, and ended with 3:55 left to go in the first quarter, and a 6-yard run by Nelson. The extra point run by Rodriguez was good, but Flagstaff would not be denied.
No, they came out, ready to play. They know this is a big rivalry game. Mingus actually held Flagstaff. Mingus gets the ball back, their first play. Punched out from the defense from Flagstaff, causing a fumble. They pick it up around the 15-yard line, and a couple plays later, they take it in on an option play, which ties the game at 7. And then again, Mingus able to keep continuing that Wildcat. Flagstaff's having a hard time with it. The only way they've been able to stop it if they're getting pressure from their defensive line. When they're not getting pressure and Nelson's able to get to that second level, he's having success because his wideouts and his tight ends are out there blocking for him. And it looks great. It looks real great.
No, absolutely. He's had running room, and you certainly want to keep, if you're Mingus, you want to keep would-be tacklers off of him.
Yeah.
Just to reduce the bruises since he's carrying the ball so much. Second quarter action, 10-17 left to go, an 11-yard touchdown, an end around by Blenars, his first touchdown of the season, and it caps a 93-yard drive. Rodriguez was good with the extra point. It was 14-7. 4:34 left to go in the first half, and a 41-yard breakaway by Nelson. He finally wiggled himself free and then galloped to the end zone. Rodriguez 3 for 3 on the extra points. It was 21-7, and then with 8 seconds left to go in the first half, Casarita from Flagstaff, a 37-yard field goal, and that makes it 21-10. Welcome to the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report, and you know what? At Oxendale, they're about to be overrun. The zombie apocalypse is coming. And I'll tell you what, they've got secrets. In fact, the streets are going to be overrun with all sorts of monsters coming up on October 31st. So you can get out of town with a brand new vehicle from your friends at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and a Ram. Pick out any new 2018 Ram in stock, and you'll get $14,966 off. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the dealer for you. You can visit the showroom this weekend or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com. We're going to take a break here with a Flagstaff band on the field here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. Once again at halftime, the Mingus Marauders leading the Flagstaff Eagles by a score of 21-10. We'll come back with individual stats after this.
People always ask us what makes us different than other car dealers. Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everybody deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to care more, try harder, and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee that we'll try our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood this weekend or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome, the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and a Ram halftime report continues with the Flagstaff band on the field. Senior night for the Flagstaff Eagles here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. Next week, Flagstaff Eagles and the Coconino squad go head-to-head at it. So the Panthers and Eagles in Flagstaff for the Flagstaff Bowl next week.
Yeah.
Mingus on the road to Prescott. Could be, if it ends the way that it has started, could be a deciding game for the Grand Canyon region for the Marauders next week.
If Mingus is able to hold on tonight, next week is going to be booming. I mean, Prescott knows what's at stake. Mingus knows what's at stake. If we win, we might go out and eat steak. It's going to be great.
Love it. I'll hold you to that. Flagstaff Eagles on the field. Let's look at their stats. Joe Weidinger, the quarterback, the junior quarterback, 3 for 7, 9 yards here in the first half, but most of the damage has been on the ground, or at least most of the attempts. 16 carries, 58 yards total on the ground for the Flagstaff Eagles. By the way, Weidinger, no interceptions, no touchdowns. When he's thrown the ball away, he's thrown the ball away, which is wise.
Yeah.
He hasn't tried to force anything. Almost a pick, but it would have been a spectacular, enormous effort by Colby Fanning out there. Josh Morrow ends up with 5 carries, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Jaramillo, number 34, 5 carries, 15 yards on the ground for the sophomore. Holloway, by the way, has 3 carries and 15 yards, and Jaramillo also has 2 receptions, 2 screen passes for 9 yards. Flagstaff Eagles, 9 yards in the air, 50-something yards on the ground. Mingus has actually held Flagstaff to less than 70 yards, but they've been efficient to make it 10 points.
Yeah, getting forcing the turnover and then getting the ball in the Mingus red zone here, and able to capitalize on that with a nice run play, and then again a nice field goal. Mingus does a good job holding after a couple penalties helped out Flagstaff to get them down in Mingus territory. Mingus does a good job holding, but again, just a better field goal from Flagstaff. A really great kick.
It has been all on the ground. Coach Young and company in the audience out here, they're looking at this going, run, run, run. This is Mingus football.
Right, yeah. Back to the old days.
Back to the old days indeed. Alex Nelson, 19 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. That has been the story, but the story has really been his blocking.
The blocking's been tremendous. I mean, Flagstaff knew Zabala wasn't going to be in this game. You know, they game planned for the Wildcat. They knew the Wildcat was coming. All right, you know it's coming. Now it's just who's going to execute better. And the guys up front for Mingus are doing a great job. The guys on the outside for Mingus are doing a great job. And Nelson's, patient runner, shifty runner. He's doing the rest of the work, and it's working out great for Mingus.
Lenar's 2 touches on the ground. He's got 11 yards and 13 yards and 11-yard touchdown to go along with it. And so nice to see the end arounds giving a couple of other Mingus Marauders an opportunity to carry the ball. Would not be surprised to see 44 carry the ball at some point in this game. Jimenez, 1 carry for 22 yards on the first end around of the game. So the Mingus Marauders, all of their yardage on the ground, 204 rushing yards in the first half against this Flagstaff squad. We're going to take a break here in the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, a halftime report where we're going to come back. We'll see if we can get some updated scores for you, let you know what's going around elsewhere when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome after this.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
As the Mingus Marauders looking to come back out on the field down at the end zone, playing fantastic defense. I love that field camera out there as
great.
you get the shot of the Marauders coming out. A couple of things coming up I want to let you know about. The Yavapai College 50th anniversary event at the Verde Valley campus in Clarkdale is Saturday, October 20th. There's going to be carnival activities and games, jewelry making, yoga, Southwest Wine Center and Vineyard tours, a free barbecue lunch. Oh, sold me. Nursing program demonstrations, a drawing for free classes, live music from the Invincible Grins, and more. It goes from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And, of course, we're going to be out there from 11 to 1 as well. For more information, go to yc.edu. It's 50th anniversary time for the Yavapai College squad. Speaking collegiately, the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome, the site of our contest out here today. Beautiful weather in Flagstaff.
Oh, it's great.
At least inside, right?
I'm not looking forward to going outside after this.
No kidding. Any score updates for us?
Yeah,
here?
Cocoa actually leading Cactus 21-14 there in the third quarter, and then Bradshaw still leading Mojave 26-0. So again, a couple Grand Canyon region scores for you there. Cocoa really needs that win there, especially PowerPoint wise. They dropped after a couple losses there, but again, Grand Canyon region still wide open, between Mingus and Prescott. But Mingus at 13, this would be a big win. Maybe move up a couple more places. Prescott, right ahead of us at 12 at 6-2. Again, not overlooking this game, but next week's going to be special.
Certainly so. Yeah. Mingus certainly has to take care of business here first and then go on to play Prescott. So we'll see where those two squads end up matching up. Mingus's win here over Flagstaff might end up being more valuable than Prescott's win over Lee Williams. So Mingus could be ahead of the game going into that game. Bradshaw might be able to hang on to the number 8 spot, but please remember that will be the 10th game for Bradshaw. In the last week of the regular season, they do not have a game. That is their bye week, so they will be idle, sitting still, watching teams and no ability to affect anything around them. Still looking to potentially make playoffs, but will they hang on to that 8th spot? I've been asked several times, can Mingus get into a home field playoff game? Well, obviously a win here tonight, it will actually take key losses for other teams, and then Mingus obviously would have to beat Prescott the last and final week with other potential key matchups or losses for Mingus to be able to go from 13 to 8 in the final 2 weeks of the season. That would actually be pretty tough.
Yeah. A lot of things can happen. You never know what's going to happen in high school football. It's a crazy sport. That's why we love it. I'm looking forward to see how everything shakes out.
Well, certainly so. You were talking about Coconino with a 7-point lead over number 6 Cactus. That could propel them up and into the top 16. Win. Oh, yes, that could be huge. Another game that is absolutely important is Tempe and number 14 Greenway. If Tempe wins that one, they start to control that division. And if they do, remember, all the division winners have to make playoffs. So that could be huge because Tempe may not earn their way into the top 16, but be pole vaulted into the top 16. In fact, Prescott, I felt bad for Prescott. The Badgers had a phenomenal season last year, 7-3, losing the final game of the season. Ended up like 16th and then got kicked out, bumped out by a division winner that had to overtake them and get into the playoffs. So, that's sometimes difficult and hard for teams that are right there on the bubble, and that's certainly something that is. We're going to be watching over the next couple of weeks or so. First game of the first round of the playoffs, of course, is coming up the first Friday in November. All right, we're going to take our final break here in the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report. Jackie Bessler, Carson Sandoval along with you here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. We'll be back second half action right around the corner after this.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
This has been the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Halftime Report. They're a dealer for you, located on 89A in Cottonwood or online at mattsays.yes.com. We'll return for exciting Mingus Marauder football second half action on KYBC 96.3 FM, online at myradioplace.com, or Verde Valley TV Cable 1, Channel 56, Sudden Link Channel 2.
People always ask us what makes us different than other car dealers. Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everybody deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to care more, try harder, and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee that we'll try our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood this weekend or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, Coach Ortiz talking with his squad as we're continuing senior night here for the Flagstaff Eagles. We are now doing the band portion of senior night. Reminds me of a song. How does that go? The band refused to yield.
I'll let you take that one. You keep going. You keep going.
I believe it's American Pie. It's a classic. We'll get you educated on good stuff. You educate me, sir. Any score updates here?
Yeah, so actually Cactus they just scored and they cut the lead to 20-21. So they're right in it. 21-20 there. Coco's still with the lead. And Prescott ahead of Lee Williams 34-6. So they're taking care of business as we predicted they would. Mingus here doing what they needed to do in the first half. If they come out and execute like that again, they should have success. Again, this band was great. I'd like to say that band was great. They had a whole performance out here. We know we caught some of it, and we had the best view in the house of it. So, good job, Flagstaff band.
Absolutely, and good message. Equality and not bullying. Acceptance was their full message.
It was great
through the song. It was a fantastic musical performance and display as well as the Mingus Marauders getting set. Okay, second half here. You've run Wildcat, Wildcat, Wildcat. Okay, you've scored 3 times off of it. What do you do in the second half?
I think if Mingus can get the ball back, or they will get the ball back. If they can get another score. And then they can continue to run and just take their time. Don't get in a rush. Don't have Nelson run the ball any more than he needs to. Kind of slow down. There's no reason to get in any hurry up at all. If they can get one more score and really kind of put this game away, just try and keep the ball away from Flag and try to run out this clock as soon as possible to keep injuries from occurring.
Certainly so. Yeah, going into the final game, you want as much health as possible at the end of the game. Both squads do. Both squads have big games coming up next week. Mingus against Prescott, and of course Flagstaff and Coconino for the Flagstaff Bowl. So Alex Nelson with 19 carries, 169 yards here in the first half has surpassed Mingus Marauders in the top 10, tied for 6th. More from 1995 with 1,434 yards. Aaron Midkiff also with 1,434 yards. So the rushing yardage surpassing both of those, as Alex Nelson through the first half now has 1,537 yards for the 2018 season. However, 19 carries puts him at 210 carries for the season. Aaron Midkiff still has 3 more carries. And so 4 more carries, and Alex Nelson will surpass Aaron Midkiff both in carries and in yardage. Heath Melton from 1994, sitting with 1,551 yards, is precariously close to losing his spot in the top 10. Or moving down a spot, giving way to Nelson. So 14 more yards will tie Heath Melton. And, of course, that goes back to 1994. And Leighton Dickerson out there, 1,574 yards. Third all-time for Mingus Marauder rushers from 2007. Within striking distance for Alex Nelson here in the second half.
Yeah, that'd be a big name to pass right there if he's able to do that.
There isn't a small name on that list.
No, there's not. Just a lot of all-time greats, Mingus on that list, and you can add Nelson to it. It's been fun to watch him this year. He's really taken over right where Tyler Kelly left off last year.
Certainly so, and Mingus Marauders last year put up quite a few rushing yards. Tyler Kelly had quite a bit. Alex Nelson actually led all rushers in that game last year.
Mm-hmm.
So picking up where he left off. However, truth be known, there is no doubt about it. It all comes down to the line. Mingus Marauder offensive line is the key to the rushing attack here, has been key to the whole game. Even the defensive line has been key to the whole game. Short field, short yardage, but still Flagstaff has been feisty and has put 10 points up on the board with less than 70 yards of total offense.
Yeah, again, they got a gift there, recovering the fumble there inside Mingus's 20, so then that turns around, puts them in the red zone, and they're able to capitalize, and then a nice field goal to give them 10 right before the second half. So we'll see. I'm sure they're going to, if they get down here, they're going to, if Mingus is able to score on this opening possession, it's really going to have to open up the playbook for Flagstaff because they're going to have to throw the ball and get some big chunk yards.
Kendra Streck's having a phenomenal first half here tonight at Flagstaff. But I'm going to give some love and attention to the line. Yvonne Martinez, Gabe Myers, Zachary Zero Moreno at the center position for the Mingus Marauders has played stellar, absolutely stellar. Also on the line for Mingus is going to be Clay Griffin, number 57, a junior, and Ryan Griffin, number 65, also a junior. So 3 seniors, 2 juniors on that offensive line have really made a tremendous difference. Well, as they're finishing up the senior night here at Flagstaff at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, we're going to take a quick little break here, and when we return, we'll see if we've got any other score updates. Take a look at the second half, the keys to the second half. The Mingus Marauders on top of the Flagstaff Eagles so far at halftime, 21-10. We're back after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Well, back here at Flagstaff NAU Walk-Up Skydome, and we have had tremendous hosts out there. As
Coach Ortiz calling up plays in the grass there. Look at
don't
that.
You love it? Okay,
old school.
You're this blade of grass, and you be this little chunk of rubber over here. Okay, so when
I think you need some dirt down there for that one.
Probably so, huh? And hopefully he doesn't get in trouble for riding on the grass, right?
Yeah, this facility here is top notch. They'd probably kick us out here. They'd never have us back here again.
Well, so many people, so many students and athletes from Mingus Union High School, from Flagstaff High School, from Coconino High School, ending up calling this campus home for their collegiate career.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, it's close to obviously Flagstaff right here, but it's close for us in Cottonwood to make the drive here. A lot of graduates from Mingus have graduated and are attending Northern Arizona.
Right.
I mean, it's great. I mean, it gets a little bit cold, but it's beautiful up here.
Luke Simmons from the Mingus Marauders going on to be a lumberjack.
Yep.
And was recruited from Mingus to go on, and this is a great place to be, a great opportunity, and that's one of the reasons that I hope that the JCs hang on to their football programs in the Phoenix area, and able to push that through. And I pray that this isn't the last year, because there's so many kids that aren't ready to go to a D2 or a D1. Yeah. Either because of grades or maturity, or their talent level hasn't completely developed yet to put them there. Gives them an extra opportunity, and it becomes a pool of talent from which other institutions can draw from.
Yeah, there's a ton of great talent in the state of Arizona, and it'd be a shame to lose those football programs that that actually give a lot of the D2, D1 schools some great athletes. You go to the junior colleges and you play, you get better at those colleges. You're able to work on your skills that, when you're not, like you said, you might not be ready to go D2 or D1 at that moment, but you work on it a couple years at a JUCO, and next thing you know, you're playing big-time football.
Yeah, absolutely. And the JC colleges, I mean, that's one of the things is creating educational opportunities for students who might ordinarily not go to college.
Yep.
And a lot of these young athletes, just in general, I don't care the sport, that isn't ready to go to a full college, has the opportunity to make that sidestep.
Yeah.
And that's what actually keeps them in college and keeps them continuing their education.
Yeah.
Whether they play professional sports, play 1 year, play half a year, end up not playing at all.
Yeah.
It keeps them in college and keeps their education going.
Yep.
But, okay, off my soapbox, we're getting ready. Flagstaff will be kicking off, so Mingus will receive first here in the second half. Carson, keys to the game here. What do you think? What do you think Mingus needs to do in the second half?
Well, I would like to see a little bit of the penalties go away. We know that's your fault, though. But again, I'd like to just see the blocking up front. Just continue that strong blocking up front. Give Nelson some holes so he can run, put some more points on the board, and then defense. Just keep bringing that pressure. Try and get into the backfield. Force some quick throws and maybe get an interception here in the second half.
Mingus, lots of Marauders up close to the line, and Casalrito will kick it deep. It'll land in the end zone, and that is his third touchback of the game, as they're going to play a little keep away with Alex Nelson, or at least on kickoffs, right?
Yeah.
So if you're the Flagstaff Eagles, what do you do offensively to try to be able to get the ball rolling against the Marauder defense?
Well, I liked when they started getting Holloway some carries, mixing up the runs between Holloway and Jaramillo.
Jaramillo, yeah.
Jaramillo. I liked when they were switching that up there, and it gave them a little bit of a different look. And then sprinkle in some more screen passes. I think they've had some nice success with that tonight.
Nelson in the backfield. He's got two blockers in front of him. He'll take the middle, finds a lane, spins off a would-be blocker, and covered up by number 28 at the end. He'll get 7 yards on the carry out to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and we had a long halftime there with continuous senior night. So the guys were stretching, but you sit out for almost 40 minutes.
Yep.
Legs are a little bit cold. And you haven't taken a hit in a while, so Nelson's probably feeling it right now.
Yeah, halftime shouldn't be so long that the bruises actually start showing, right? Full backfield once again. Nelson takes the snap. He's going to try the right-hand side, gets around one man there, gets around a second one, cuts inside, ankles taken out. 2 flags on the play, one near side, one far side. So apparently both ends of the spectrum saw the same thing, or at least saw something.
Yeah, and Coach Ortiz down there chatting with the ref here. And it's going to be a false start against Mingus. So push him back and Maybe I jinxed us for the second half, huh?
No, we're not dealing with jinxes anymore. 6 penalties against the Mingus Marauders, 53 yards. If you're just joining us, barely underway. Third quarter, a little better than 11 minutes left to go. Mingus with an 11-point lead, 21-10. They took the opening kickoff, and the touchback put them at the 20. Now it is second after the penalty, 2nd and 8 from the 22.
Yeah.
Spread formation now. One back in the backfield with Nelson. And waiting for the snap. He puts a man in motion. Here comes Bessler on. And there is going to be, it's going to be an illegal motion. Bessler actually got hit by the snap, didn't he?
Yeah, so false start there. They snapped a little quick there. And as Bessler was going across to get in a blocking position, snap went a little bit early and hit him. So Mingus now going backwards, had a nice gain on first down, but now 2 back-to-back penalties puts them behind the 8 ball.
So 2nd and 13, and the second half starting slow for both squads. Almost a minute and a half out, and we haven't run 3 plays that count.
Yeah.
Let me make that clear. 10 and a half minutes left to go here in the third quarter, and a slow call in for the Mingus Marauders, and a timeout is called. So Mingus is going to call a timeout with 10:24 left to go in the third quarter, and we'll take a break with them. Mingus leading third quarter action, 21-10 over the Flagstaff Eagles at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. We're back after this timeout.
People always ask us what makes us different than other car dealers. Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everybody deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to care more, try harder, and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee that we'll try our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood this weekend or see all the deals at mattsays.yes.com.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, a 2nd and 13 now for the Mingus Marauders. Spread formation for Mingus. 2 receivers one side, and Bessler in motion. This time the snap does miss him, and Nelson will run up the middle, run into the back of one of his would-be blockers. He'll gain 6. It'll bring up 3rd and about 7, maybe 8 from the 20. Yeah, they're going to call it 3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line.
Yeah, so after all that, Mingus decides to go with the same play and pick up some of the yards that they lost. And again, now, and I do like how Mingus is, they are taking their time in between the plays here. Hopefully they don't take too much time, but again, there's no need to rush right now with the lead. And again, you don't want Nelson carry the ball any more than he has to. He's taking a lot of hits tonight, and we're going to need him next week.
Man in motion once again, and Nelson's going to try the right-hand side. He'll get hit as a great play in the backfield. I think that was
Vicente Jr. again coming in from his cornerback position. He does a nice job getting low on and going at the ankles of Nelson.
Yep. 4th down, so 2 yards on the carry, 4th and about 6. And you would imagine that Mingus would be in a punting situation here.
Yeah, no. Early in the third quarter, Mingus up by over 2 scores. When Chaz kicks this one straight up in the air, this could be trouble if it
takes a bounce and goes right at the 50-yard line.
Flag actually did a good job of communicating down there. You could hear him from up here telling everyone to get away because that ball could have bounced right in the middle of where everyone was, and who knows where it could have went. And could have hit one of their players, and Mingus could have recovered it. But ball bounces dead at about the 50-yard line, so great field position for Flagstaff to start the third quarter.
Certainly so. Mingus is able to take 3 minutes off the clock, but don't get anywhere with their first drive of the second half. Flagstaff, I formation, and a quarterback does a late pitch, a cut up underneath, a good run, and a flip over tackle out there. It looks like Holloway, and they took your advice and gave the ball back to number 24.
Yeah, he's very quick. He gets the ball in his hands, and he's shifty with it. He's not that big, but he'll make you miss, and you got to get low if you want to tackle him. You got to get down to his level.
7 yards on the carry, 2nd and 3 from the Mingus Marauder 43-yard line. If you're just joining us, under 8.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Flagstaff, their first possession of the second half, trailing Mingus 21-10. Full formation, and a quarterback looks to keep and does pitch. Last second, Jaramillo outside, out of bounds, first down. They're going to mark him out at the 34-yard line. A gain of 10, and the quarterback did a great job as he presses the line, waits, and then finally pitches.
Yeah, did a good job, holding on to it as long as he could. And again, so it was the option play that Flagstaff scored on in the first quarter, and now to start the third quarter, they've run it 2 times in a row, just opposite sides of the field.
Mingus spreads out the defense a little bit. 2 backs in the backfield, and quarterback looks to pitch. He pitches late, and getting caught in the backfield by Streck is going to be number 24 once again, Holloway. And holy cow, quarterback, that was a dangerous pitch.
I'm surprised he pitched it there, and Holloway reaches out with one hand and brings it in. That could have been bad news for Flag. Mingus had the pursuit coming, and if that ball would have bounced on the ground, I'm sure one of the 3 Mingus players coming would have been able to just scoop it up and ran it into the end zone.
Scoop and score, S&S. Defenses love it. 2 receivers far side, tight end into the near side. Quarterback over center, 2 backs in the backfield. There's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, throws up deep and out of bounds. Threw it to where Tagle could get it or nobody could get it. And so 3rd and 11 from the Mingus Marauder 34-yard line.
Yeah, they tried to go with a little wheel route on the outside, but great coverage from Mingus there. Really nowhere for him to put that ball. Just sails it out of bounds. So now this brings up a 3rd and long. Again, there hasn't been much success in the passing game here. They really just haven't been able to get on the same page. I would think maybe a pitch right here.
And quarterback's going to keep it. Looking to throw back across the field and throws it in between 2 receivers. And I know that the Flagstaff Eagles were looking for a penalty out there as Jimenez got wrapped up with the receiver, which number 13, I believe.
Mingus, fortunate right there. A lot of contact downfield, but no flag thrown. So Mingus able to hold here, and it looks like they're going to set up for a field goal.
51-yard field goal attempt. The holder.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and the holder, number 21, Doucette, who, by the way, can throw the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised for a fake. There is the hold. The kick is up, and not enough Wheaties. Lands in the end zone and didn't quite get enough of it. So the 51-yard field goal attempt, no good for the Flagstaff Eagles. Holy cow. Hey, gave him a shot. What the heck, right?
I like that. Kind of in no man's land here. The punt really, if you're able to pin them, that's great. But, chances are from right here, you probably kick it into the end zone, and then Mingus gets the ball at the 20. And now they're giving the ball. Now the ball is going to the 20. Is that a high school rule, Jackie, that I don't know about?
Yeah. Yeah, it went into the end zone like a touchback.
So they don't take over where the
Apparently not.
That's interesting.
Nelson with the run. He'll gain 3. A little extracurricular activity at the end. No flag, and about 4 yards on the gain. 2nd and 6. Mingus from their own 24, leading 21-10. 7 minutes left to go in quarter number 3.
That's probably a rule I should know.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, I mean, because that's a great. I mean, that's good coaching right there. Then you make the points, great. If not, more than likely, ball's going into the end zone. Then it's a touchback.
Yeah, that would certainly be a wise decision on that point. Yes. So 21-10. There wasn't a lot of arguing from the Mingus sideline. So Bessler in motion, and oh my goodness, and flags come out once again. And we're going to get a motion penalty. The umpire almost looks tired of calling it. And another motion penalty against Mingus. It's been the penalty of choice the last 3 times. 63 yards of penalties against Mingus on 8 penalties.
Yeah, Mingus is going backwards here, just like they did on their first drive. You know, they get a decent run on first down, and then, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
All right, 1 back in the backfield. They put Bessler in motion, and there's the snap. No flag. Nelson will run forward, dive forward for about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line, almost identical to where they were last time.
Yeah, kind of, deja vu here of their first drive of the second half. So we'll see. Maybe we see a ball in the air.
Maybe.
It's got to be coming. You kind of lull the defense to sleep with the Wildcat, kind of like we did at Seton, and then Nelson pulls up and Chaz breaks free.
Well, Alex Nelson with 23 yards in the second half has taken over Heath Melton's spot, surpassed him. Pass play. There it was. Came out to Blenars on the near side, overthrown, and
I think Nelson got a little excited right there. Coach called a pass play for him.
And he probably hasn't thrown the ball since warm-ups before the game.
No, well, I did see him throwing a little bit before the, at halftime, but that was they were trying to get a little quick pass out to Blenars, and Nelson just sailed it over his head. So now, punt situation here for Mingus, and hopefully Chaz can get off a better one than he did last time.
Last one was straight up in the air. This one will go to the far sideline, take a good Mingus bounce, and get close to the 50-yard line, but it will set up shop at the 47. Yeah, so the Eagles will start on Mingus' side of the field once again.
We just had really the same series happen 2 times in a row.
We did. 5:30 exactly left to go in the third quarter. Mingus still on top, 21-10. Flagstaff trying to keep the pressure on. Second drive starting at midfield or better here in the second half. Receivers come to either side for the Flagstaff Eagles. Here comes the line. They'll send out a second receiver and a tight end, 1 back in the backfield for the Flagstaff Eagles, and that's going to be Holloway in the backfield. White hat's ready, blows the whistle. Quarterback under center. Takes the snap, looking to pitch, cuts it up underneath, and gets landed on. Good tackle out there, and that's going to be Griffin with the tackle from his defensive end position on the quarterback, short gain.
Yeah, the quarterback, little fake pitch there, but Griffin, not falling for it, all over it there for a short gain.
Well, at some particular point when teams are doing those pitches, you got to start working assignments.
Yeah.
Who's got quarterback? Who's got pitch? 2 receivers to the near side, tight end to the far side, 2 backs in the backfield for Flagstaff. 2nd and 9 from the Mingus Marauder 46-yard line. There's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's got protection. Throws. And
what
it
a
is
catch.
Caught. One-handed catch by Jaramillo.
Yeah.
As he'll pick up the first down. He played the tip drill to himself for about 6 yards, including getting hit while he was tipping it to himself, and still able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, just a nice throw there. Ball's up, bounce. Oh, I mean, the concentration there to take a little bit of a hit and continue to tip the ball and hold on to it. That's an athlete right there.
Indeed, 17 yards on the reception. He becomes the leading receiver in the game with 26 yards on 3 receptions. I formation, there's the snap, and we've got flags fly, and we're going to get a motion penalty against the Eagles. So apparently this side of the field in this area, there's some sort of a
it's like the Bermuda Triangle
right.
of running plays right.
Right. It is the motion virus.
Yeah.
Yellow flag fever Definitely came to the Mingus Marauders. Quarterback Antoine Zabala not able to play tonight, ejected from the fourth quarter of last week's game. So he is sitting out his penalty. I formation. Quarterback looks to pitch. Pitch is late. Mingus able to get up and around it, and Chaz Taylor comes up and gets a shoestring or an ankle for a loss on the play. And going backward was Holloway for a loss, a rather large loss actually, of about 9 yards.
Yeah, so after the nice pass play, picked up some big yardage there. Now they're going back. They've lost, now it looks like a total of 10 if you add on that penalty there.
Right.
With that loss of
3 on it.
Ooh.
So loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 18 now on the Mingus Marauder 36-yard line. Flagstaff with the ball, trailing by 11. Quarterback looks to throw, throws it over the middle, and it is broken up. Not a good place to, that's a scary place to catch that ball over the middle.
Yeah, a little fake dive up the middle, and then they went with trying to go with a little quick pass into a lot of traffic.
It was busy with white jerseys out there. 1 green jersey, 1 brown ball, and 7 white jerseys. Whew. Talk about being on the wrong side of capture the flag, right?
Yeah.
2 receivers out to the near side, tight end both sides. 2 backs in the backfield, and there's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw. Downfield, has time, has a man, gets a block. Jaramillo with the catch. And close to the first down, inside the 20, down to about the 19-yard line. So they needed 18. They've got 17, and it's going to bring a 3rd and one would imagine 4th and 1 from the 19-yard line.
So it looks like they're not going to kick it here. It looks like they're going to go for it. This 4th and 1.
You're down by 11. You definitely need touchdowns.
Yeah. So again, they're going to be aggressive here. We'll see what they decide to do.
1 back in the backfield. It's Jaramillo. They give it to him. He dives forward. His momentum will take him for 3 and a first down. First down, Flagstaff Eagles at the Mingus Marauders 16-yard line. 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Now Flagstaff putting a nice drive together here. Had some big completions. A big 3rd down completion to get it to 4th and 1, and then they hammer it home there up the middle. And now Mingus, they had success here in the red zone last week, keeping Bradshaw out of the end zone. We'll see if they can do the same here up in the Sky Dome.
Mingus pressures the line. Quarterback steps back, throws off to the far side. It is caught, and then Mingus takes him down. He tips it to himself, and he probably should have just knocked it down, because he will end up losing a bunch of yardage all the way back to the 26-yard line. So a 10-yard loss on the reception.
Yeah, again, you think, oh, hey, just drop that. You're going to lose yards, but, in the moment he's thinking of making a play. And just unfortunate for Flagstaff right there. So again, they like Mingus, they go forward a little bit, and then they'll go back.
Well, Holloway almost kept his feet. Kept his feet and made a huge play out of that. And a reverse coming back the other way. Mingus stays home. They're able to capture it. And it looks like Griffin and Streck will force another tackle for a loss. So now a 3rd down and about 22 out there.
Yeah, so Flagstaff trying to get a little bit tricky here once they got down in the red zone. Again, they got down there by just a couple of play-action boot passes and some running, but then they try to get cute, and it's kind of backfired on them here.
Doucette on the end around, and the quarterback looking to throw. He's being chased, throws downfield, it's picked off. Mingus with the interception, coming the other way, and with the INT, it's going to be Matthew. So the drive ends for the Flagstaff Eagles as Matthew jumps the route and gives the Mingus Marauders the ball back at the 33-yard line.
Big play by Matthew right there because, again, we don't know what would have happened there. That pass was incomplete. I'm sure Flagstaff tries for another field goal, which they were close last time. So Matthew coming up big with the interception there forcing the turnover and giving the ball back to the offense. Now we'll see maybe this offense can get into a groove here. So far they've been Flagstaff done a nice job keeping them, forcing them to punt it twice here in the second half.
Weidenger's first interception of the year. And Matthew picks him off, man in motion, and Nelson's going to keep it. He'll stumble forward, get hit from behind, falls forward out to the 40, and a good first down run. No flags.
Yeah.
And it'll be 2nd and 3 from the 40-yard line.
The second down's been our Achilles heel. This is when the flags usually come. So hopefully we can get past that and move these chains.
Menace comes back in with the play. I wonder what he says when he gets back into the huddle.
Hey guys, same thing.
Yeah. Nelson, you're getting the ball.
Yeah.
Strack in the backfield with Nelson. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Man in motion. There's the snap. They show it. And Nelson bounces forward. He's going to lose 1 on the play. As a great defensive effort out there by Vicente Jr. As the third quarter comes to a close, it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Mingus Marauders at the 39-yard line, leading 21-10 as the fourth quarter begins after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Third and 4 for the Mingus Marauders as the fourth quarter begins. The ball was on the right side of the field the entire third quarter. Nelson with the run, has a block, finds a lane. He's got a first down past the 50, and the first play of the fourth quarter puts us on that side of the field once again.
Yeah. Must be warmer over there or something.
Something. They're going to put the ball, we'll call it the 52-yard line.
Hey, I like that.
The ball will be at the 52-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mingus Marauders. And yes, the entire third quarter played on the right side of the field as you're looking at your television screen, YouTube/Verde Valley TV. Mingus going from left to right. Needed 4, got 9 on the play. Mingus off of a would-be tackler and almost around the corner was Nelson. And what a great ankle grab out there by number 7, Dylan LeBleu, one of the captains for this Flagstaff squad.
Yeah, doing a nice job. It looked like Nelson was going to be able to break the initial tackle and make a big play, but the ankle biter there able to bring him down.
2nd and 10, and Mingus so far in this game has only run 32 offensive plays that have counted. 32 offensive plays that have counted. You add in the penalties and probably maybe 38, 39 plays. 3 receivers to the near side. Approaching 10.5 minutes left to go in the game, and whistles will blow. And we will get a delay of game against the Mingus Marauders. And so another 5-yard penalty, but it's not a motion penalty, so it's different.
I'm having a hard time, I don't know why we keep getting these delay of games when, we're just running the same play.
2nd and 15 now.
Nelson
with the ball. He's coming to the near side. Looking for blockers. Looking to throw. He drops it and takes a huge hit at the original line of scrimmage.
I hope he's all right.
And he is getting a little bit of help up. And he'll take 2 hands on that one. He does get back up. 2nd and 10 now. And Now you're starting to wonder whether or not you've got. We're gonna get an official timeout here, and they're gonna take a look at Nelson.
Yeah, that was a big hit. And
that was a huge hit, and they're gonna take a look at Nelson, and they're gonna ask him to go take a play off and maybe get reviewed. And now a big hit like that, when they ask him to come off, I didn't see a flag for any kind of helmet to helmet or anything like that. So Jimenez comes back in the game, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, no, this is the ref's just trying to, safety first out there. Now he took a big hit.
He did.
And,
he's going to get a drink
of water. We want to just make sure, the water will help him. But that could be why we got the false start. I say, hey, we're going to come out here and run the same thing, and we end up throwing the ball. So that was the time Mingus was looking for the big play. Nelson, smart job of not forcing a throw, tucks it, but unfortunately he took a big hit.
So Taylor out there, and he'll run the ball. He'll come around the corner. He's over the 50, past the 45, down to the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th and about 5 for the Mingus Marauders. So Chaz Taylor with his first rush of the 2018 season. How about that? We're seeing all sorts of new stuff out there.
Yeah, and he looked good going around that side. A different look than Nelson out there.
And a timeout on the field. And it looks like Mingus may have taken a timeout.
An injury timeout. I think so, because they're going to send number 2 out off the field. That's Vicente Jr. He came up a little bit shaken after that play.
So Mingus did not take a timeout. Thank you for correcting me on that. So 4th and 5. 9:31 left to go on the clock. In the game. Mingus leading 21-10.
This is a big 4th down here, Jackie.
This is a huge 4th down. Nelson back in the game for the Mingus Marauders at quarterback. There's the snap. Good blocking, trying to get around the corner. He finds a lane, cuts back inside. First down, Mingus inside the 45, down to the 37-yard line. That keeps the chains moving, gives Mingus 4 more downs, and keeps the clock moving.
Got just enough there, doing a nice job again. The patient running on the outside, and the blocks downfield have just been tremendous tonight.
With that 7 yards, Nelson now with 219 yards on 30 carries, averaging 7.3 yards per carry. And he's in the backfield once again. 3 receivers to the near side and a Streck. He'll come to this side, looking to cut back inside, and he'll just dive forward for what he can get.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like he might have come up to pass right there. My vision got blocked a little bit, but got tripped up there. A nice play by the defensive line of Flagstaff.
2nd and 11. Right now, Mingus, without their starting quarterback, Zabala, who came down with yellow flag fever and is not in this game. He's serving his sentence, a 1-game penalty.
Yep.
And so Mingus milking the clock here. 8:14, 8:13. Nelson with the snap. He'll try the left-hand side, trying to get around the corner. Cut inside. The flags come out. It's down to the 25 if the run stands. However, flags litter the field at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and that's usually the spot where it's coming back.
That'll be the 10th penalty against the Mingus Marauders, who had 18 penalties last week, 153 yards of penalties last week against Bradshaw.
Yeah, not good.
No, not good at all. So they're going to mark it off. It looks like it is going to be a holding call against the Mingus Marauders. They're going to mark it off and bring the ball back to the 46-yard line. So a holding call in the backfield. It ends up being a 13-yard penalty against the Mingus Marauders. 81 yards in penalties overall. 2nd down, the clock is rolling again, just under 8 minutes left to go. 2 receivers either side. Man in motion is Jimenez. There's the snap. They do hand it off. Jimenez trying to get the corner. He's inside. He's got the 40. Back to and close to the original line of scrimmage. Depends on where they're going to mark him. They're going to say he stepped out at the 36-yard line. So a gain of 10 will bring up 4th and 13. Pardon me, 3rd and 13 for the Mingus Marauders.
A couple score updates for you, Jackie. Cactus coming back to beat Coconino 32-21. So a big win for Cactus there, beating a tough Coconino team, and Prescott holding on to beat Lee Williams 41-6.
41-6. All right, so that sets it up. Prescott's done their job for the showdown. Nelson, middle, wandering around, leans forward, takes a shot from the left and the right, and will pick up on 9. Give him actually 8 on the carry down to the Flagstaff 27-yard line. So 4th and a long 4 for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to say it's probably going to be another Wildcat here. I would say passing's out of the option here after we saw a couple pass plays go not as planned. So, again, it's either going to be Nelson to the left or right here. We'll see if Flagstaff can step up and make a play. Now, this is their second time facing this 4th down on this drive.
There's the snap, and they're going to blow the play dead. And a timeout for Mingus just before the snap. We're going to take a break with him. 4th and 4, just under 7 minutes left to go in the game. Mingus leading over Flagstaff 21-10. We're back after this.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires at Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Alex Nelson with 227 rushing yards in this game has surpassed Leighton Dickerson from 2007, surpassing his mark of 1,574 yards on the season. He's got 1,595. Man in motion. There's the block. Nelson coming this way, looking for a lane inside the 20, down to the 18. First down, Mingus keeps the chains rolling and picks up another 8 yards as Mingus will get the first down at the 17-yard line. And under 7 minutes left to go. Great blocking downfield once again.
Yeah, blocking's been really good all night. Nelson, he'll find the hole out there if you you set it up, give him a couple good angles out there, he'll find his way.
Well, the ice machine at the Suzy Q Market is going to be working overtime.
Yep.
Full backfield out there for the Mingus Marauders. Nelson set up as the quarterback. And there's the snap. He's going to cut up underneath, bounces to the outside, a race to the corner. He's at the 5, the 1, touchdown. Alex Nelson picks up his 3rd touchdown of the game, a 17-yard scamper. Great blocking and an even better read on his blocking with 6:20 left to go in the game. Mingus scores.
Yeah, nice job by Nelson. Run up the middle, sees daylight to the outside, bounces it there, and able to get there to the outside. Just a great job from him.
52 rushing yards as Rodriguez comes out for his 4th attempt of the game. Chaz Taylor holding. There's the snap, low snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-10. The Mingus Marauders extend the lead with 6:20 left to go in the game. We're back to the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome after this.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Well, the sophomore, Zach Figge, out there on the kickoff team for the Mingus Marauders, giving another player a break. Rodriguez approaches the ball. He'll kick it deep. It's going to come down to about the 15-yard line. Flagstaff with a potential return, knocked out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. And Flagstaff will take over at their own 36. Not horrible field position. However, at the same time, if you kick the ball out of bounds, you give it to them at the 35.
Yeah, so nice job here by the Mingus kickoff team. They're doing their job, staying in their lanes. And now it's up to the defense here. Hopefully they got a turnover. Last time Matthew came up with a huge interception. Flagstaff was driving the ball down the field. And Matthew just with the turnover there, able to get the ball back to the offense, and they did their job.
Screen pass outside, and it goes to Holloway. Holloway cuts back. He'll have a first down, I think. No, they're going to mark him right at the 45-yard line, 9 yards on the screen pass out of the backfield, and that's how Flagstaff starts their drive.
Yeah, nice play call there. Just a little swing pass out to the flats. Get the ball to your playmaker and let him do the rest.
He's got 2 receptions for -1 yards. Unfortunately for Holloway, his first reception was a 10-yard loss. There's the snap. They hand it off. First back, and it's Jaramillo. He'll lean forward, keep the legs churning for 4 and a first down.
Yeah, nice job there from the Flagstaff offensive line, getting a good push up front, able to give a hole for the running back there and get that first down. And now they got a little bit of momentum going here. Again, Mingus able to chew up a lot of clock on that last drive there. Just under 5.5 minutes to go in the game.
Clock still rolling. 3 carries in the second half for 17 yards for Jaramillo. There's the snap. And the late pitch out to Holloway. Holloway run down from behind, and a decent gain of about 7 as he gets out of bounds at the Mingus Marauder 44-yard line. Clock still rolling, 5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, so a couple of nice play calls here from Flagstaff, mixing it up a little bit, and they are moving the ball here on this drive.
Weidinger in the game, 14 attempts. It's got 7 completions, 42 yards, takes the snap, looking to throw on this one. Has a receiver, but he's in the grasp and knocked to the ground as he throws it. Almost a sack out there for the Mingus Marauders. And getting in with the penetration, turn around, young man, that is going to be Gabe Meyer.
Yeah.
He wanted that one.
Yeah, he almost had it too. Good hustle out there, doing a nice job.
Great poise by the junior quarterback to get rid of that ball in the general vicinity. What he missed, though, is he had an open eagle on the sideline. Had he released that ball sooner, that'll show up in films on Saturday.
Yeah.
2 backs in the backfield, split backfield, pistol. There's the snap, and a late pitch out to Jaramillo, but Mingus is able to contain it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mingus Marauders out there. Griffin, Figge, and Streck all making part of the tackle out there for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, so that brings up 4th and 6 here for the Flagstaff Eagles, and down 18 with 4 minutes to go. They're not punting here. They got to go for it. They got to try to pick up this first down.
Loss of 4 on the play. 47-yard line of the Mingus Marauders is the line of scrimmage. Mingus, a few different players out there. I formation, 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Quarterback rolls, looks to throw, throws, has a man, caught and out of bounds, and that's going to be Tagle with the reception and the first down. Needed 6, got 8.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there from the Flagstaff offense, getting just what they needed there to keep this drive alive. And now, obviously, they're looking to score quick here and then come back with an onside kick.
First reception out there by Tagle, who's got 7 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 164 yards receiving, according to the stats. I formation. There's the pitch coming near side. Holloway avoids one would-be blocker. Ooh, legs come out, and then Streck goes over the top of him. So it looked like Taylor.
A little high-low between Taylor and Streck.
Oh, my goodness.
Ouch.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous. Not intentional, but dangerous.
Yes.
Well, I'm kind of speaking for myself because I wouldn't get up.
He'd still be down there. We got Jackie down on the ground.
2nd and 10, approaching 3 minutes left to go. Mingus leading 28-10. Glad you're along. This is going to be an exciting finish. Quarterback wanders, throws, has a man, and it's caught and hit immediately. As soon as he got to the ball, Colby Fanning came back up and made the tackle. Keeps him in bounds, though, too, and keeps the clock. Well, no, they say he went out of bounds.
Well, there was a flag on the play here. It looked like it was going to be roughing the passer here on Mingus. So that'll move the ball up for Flagstaff and get them closer to the end zone.
Well, that will take away the reception on the far side, unless they're going to mark it off from where the reception was made, which is what they're going to do. So 7 yards on the reception and then 15 yards on the late hit on the quarterback. And that is now the 11th penalty against Mingus, 96 yards.
Yeah, so now Eagles in the red zone here, trying to put some more points on the board.
Second reception out there by Tagle, who hung on to that one. Quarterback hands off, and scampering into the end zone is Jaramillo from 17, 18 yards out. He's actually, Nelson overtook him in the touchdown category in the Grand Canyon region, and now fighting back. Little inside handoff, good blocks at the line of scrimmage, and with 2:41 left to go, the 18-yard run and touchdown for the Flagstaff Eagles.
Yeah, so the Eagles capitalizing on the roughing the passer penalty called against Mingus that took him down into the red zone, and their first play in there scored a touchdown. So I'm guessing they're going to be going for 2 here, and then we'll be seeing an onside kick.
Well, a timeout on the field, and we're going to go ahead and keep it here. So score is 28-16, so it's a 12-point game. If you make it 28-18, it makes it a 10-point game. It's still a 2-possession game for Flagstaff. Obviously, they've already shown the ability and the desire to kick field goals. So you could, if you get the 2-point conversion here, if you get the onside kick, a couple of plays, if you get any kind of field position, you could kick the field goal and then kick the onside kick again.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the way that this one has to go. So they will do the 2-point conversion attempt here.
And they're coming out in an odd formation.
2 backs in the backfield, off to the side though, showing pitch. And quarterback runs, throws it, has a man, and getting away from the defense was Holloway. What a great job, Holloway. What a great job avoiding the would-be tacklers to get into the end zone. That was straight speed and desire.
Yeah, the execution there from Flagstaff was great. We had 2 Mingus guys run into each other. Chaz was right on Holloway's heels there, but got tripped up. I think he tripped up over either Jimenez or Mestis out there, and let the wide receiver for Flagstaff run in the end zone freely. So now we got a 10-point game, 2 minutes, 41 seconds left. Now, if Flagstaff is able to recover this onside kick, things could get pretty interesting.
Well, Mingus is going to stack the line as they're going to put 10 players within 15 yards, 17 yards of the 50-yard line. Hans' team is definitely out there. Garcerita to kick the onside or expected onside kick. And he will dribble it, and it won't go 10 yards. But it is touched by a Mingus Marauder and then covered by the Mingus Marauders. Oh, dangerous.
Oh, that could have been bad news.
It definitely could have. And it looked like Nair out there on the Hands team hit the ball forward and then had the ability to go and pick it up. So
yeah.
Mingus escapes potential disaster and covers the ball at the 40-yard line and will be able to run clock. Flagstaff, at least 2 timeouts left. So obviously looking to potentially get the ball back. Mingus all about running clock. Run the clock, run the ball. And Mingus sets up to take a knee. No more bruises.
No. And this is who are we waiting on? The white hat whistle here?
We are. There's the snap. That'll get the clock rolling. Nelson takes the knee, a 1-yard loss, and Flagstaff takes the timeout. We'll take a break with them. 2:36 left to go. Mingus leading by 10, 28-18 over the Flagstaff Eagles. Will return for the rest of the game after this.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, Mingus coming out in the kneel formation once again. Flagstaff has one more timeout, I believe. 2:36 left to go in the game. 2-possession game, 10-point game. And Nelson will take the knee and a timeout immediately called. 1 second comes off the clock. And that's going to, I think that's the last timeout for the Flagstaff Eagles. So Mingus is going to be able to run 50 seconds, close to 50 seconds off the clock. Take it close to 1:40, somewhere in that general vicinity, before they have to give the ball back, either on another kneel. Now, another kneel would give the ball back immediately.
Yeah,
and
right away.
The clock will stop on the change of possession.
That's correct.
So, worst case scenario, Flagstaff might get the ball back if Mingus chooses to do that with 1:40 left. If Mingus tries to punt it, the goal, I would imagine, is punt it into the end zone. Do not allow any kind of a return. Right?
Yeah, I would think you punt it into the end zone or try to, kick the ball out of bounds toward the sideline, maybe inside the 10 somewhere.
So 3rd down, Mingus does not come out in the kneel position. Man in motion is Bessler. There's the snap. Nelson's going to run. He gets to the outside. He's at the 28-yard line. And that's going to be close to, 31-yard line. That's going to be close to a 1st down. So now 4th and 1. And a 1st down here gives Mingus the game. Approaching 2 minutes left to go in the game. So a 4th down conversion at this point would make all the difference in the world, would actually finish out the game for the Mingus Marauders. And they're coming out to go for it. Menace comes to the near side over with Mestis. Chaz Taylor lined up in the wing position. There's the snap. They're going to run to the near side. Nelson cuts back, fights forward, close to the 30, and it's going to depend on the spot whether or not they give it to Mingus or not. So this is going to be interesting. The clock stops with 1:40. I scare myself with predictions.
Yeah.
Clock stops with 1:40, and right now they're eyeballing it, and they're saying Flagstaff ball.
That's eyeballing it from a long ways.
They are eyeballing it from a long ways away. And now I believe Mingus has Mingus has asked for the measurement. And why not?
Yeah.
Why not ask for the measurement? I don't care what team it is. At this point, it just makes perfect sense. And they're setting it down. They're going to pull the chains forward, and it is Flagstaff ball.
How
It
about
is
that
Flagstaff ball.
Camera work from Nick down there to get right up on that thing. Just nice job, Nick.
Good job, Yetsenko.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the first. So now defense coming out, and a little bit of life left here in Flagstaff. We'll see. Obviously, these are going to be passing situations here. Or who knows, maybe they might run a little sneak up the middle.
You don't know. 1:40 left to go. Flagstaff takes over at their own 30-yard line, trailing by 10 to the Mingus Marauders. Quarterback goes out to the right side, throws, has a man, overthrows him, had him near the sideline, and had he been able to bring that down, Doucette, the intended receiver, he would have been out of bounds.
Oh, he was open.
And wide open. Had he been able to get his feet in bounds, he would have been able to get more rack yards and then out of bounds, probably close to the 45. Nonetheless, 2nd and 10, 1:35 on the clock. Mingus trying to milk the clock. Matthey in coverage. Fanning in coverage on the far side. 2 safeties on the top. There's the snap. Quarterback rolls, looking for somewhere to go, gets pressure, puts the ball up. It's contested, knocked out of bounds. No flags on the play, 3rd and 10. 1:28 left to go in the game.
Yeah, so again, like we thought, 2 pass plays, so it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job from Mingus defense getting some pressure on the quarterback there, and a good coverage downfield.
Both pass plays pretty much the same pattern. Tight end on the far side. So on the right side, one back in the backfield. There's the snap. Quarterback drops straight back, throws up underneath Jaramillo. Mingus is able to capture him. He fights forward, close to the 40. They're going to mark him at the 39, which is going to be 4th down, and the clock continues to roll.
Yeah, they got to go quick.
They do indeed. Flagstaff sets up. They're set up in the pitch formation. Quarterback throws, has a man. It's caught. Doucette should have enough for the 1st down. 1 minute left to go on the clock, and they will move the chains until they can. The clock will stop until they can get the chain set.
Yeah, nice execution there from this Flagstaff offense. You know, they just needed a 1 yard to keep this drive going. You don't want to take a huge shot downfield there when you don't have to. Just pick up the 1st down.
Quarterback rolls to the near side, throws, has a man hit as soon as he catches it. And it's at the 50-yard line, and he's down and he's hurt. That's going to be a timeout on the field for an injured player. A big hit out there by the Mingus Marauder secondary. And
I'm surprised he was able to hold on to that. That was a big hit there, and he's able to hold it. Hopefully it's just maybe that his air got knocked out. Hopefully he'll be able to pop right back up.
Trying to get a number out there on the receiver. Could be. I'm guessing it could be number 24. And that would be Holloway. And hopefully, yes, he just got the wind knocked out of him. Holloway is up. Huge sigh of relief. 8 yards on the reception out there by Holloway.
So now this is where, again, Flagstaff needs 2 scores here. So they're at midfield. I would, think maybe they're going to, now's the time to start taking some shots deep to pick up some big gains to get themselves closer to the end zone.
Well, Flagstaff keeps the fight underway. 50 seconds left on the clock. And 2nd and 2 from the 50-yard line. Clock starts. Two receivers out. They throw, and it is caught.
Oh, they were
Ooh,
trying to run a little hook and ladder there.
Yep,
and
they
it
did.
was there, but a nice Fanning able to get there just in time before they did it. Because if that would have been executed there, he would still be running right now. Nice play call there from Flagstaff. Just didn't quite get the execution they needed.
6 yards on the reception, number 13, and they're going to spike the ball and stop the clock at 34 seconds. So 2nd and 10 from the Mingus Marauder 44-yard line. And Mingus obviously in control of this game, 28-18. Flagstaff needs a quick score. Not sure they've got a shot unless they can score pretty much on the next play, possibly 2. And a handoff up the middle, and the flag will come out for the face mask. Jaramillo with the run gets to the 40, and then they'll tack on additional yardage at that point. Boy, he went through that line, and the body twisted back the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, now, Jackie, so after this flag, this will put them in field goal range, and they have to score twice. So maybe they decide to kick the field goal, and if they're successful on it, then they do the onside kick, and if they are able to recover it, maybe they get the ball with around 20 seconds left, maybe a little bit under, and they try to take a couple shots towards the end zone.
So 12 penalties against the Mingus Marauders now. Over 100 yards of penalties, 111 yards of penalties. So yes, now it looks like they're going to go for the touchdown first. 25-yard line, the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10, quarterback's back. Mingus, no real pressure, throws deep, over the top.
Oh my gosh.
Caught for the touchdown.
What a catch.
That was a tremendous catch. Number 13, and I'm going to need help with his name out there. Koya Umpta. Dayton Koya Umpta, I think, with the touchdown reception, 25 yards. First throwing touchdown by Joe Weidinger for his high school career.
Oh, he just went up, high-pointed that, and, I mean, a great catch.
Yeah. So now they're going to set up and go for 2.
Now this is strange because if they don't need 2.
Yeah, but they're not playing for the tie.
I guess you're right, Jackie.
They are not playing for the tie. There's the snap. Quarterback rolls, throws, knocked down. No flags on the play. So with 13 seconds left, Mingus will maintain a 28-24 lead over the Flagstaff Eagles. The ensuing onside kick coming up. So we'll go ahead and keep it here. 13 seconds, that may have sealed it for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, so this is going to, I mean, if Flagstaff is able to recover this onside kick, they'll have one play. They'll have one play to get the ball into the end zone. And so now, again, Mingus, ball wasn't going to go 10 yards last time, but they decided to jump up on it, and it almost turned out bad for them. So now Hands team's just got to be secure right here and get the ball. If they're able to, secure here, obviously that'll be the end of the ball game. But either way, you got to credit this Flagstaff team for not giving up. They've fought to the end here. The effort tonight's been great.
Well, remember, this same squad played Prescott to an overtime game, losing 27-24, and a timeout on the field. Mingus is going to take a timeout as a little reminder about what to do with the ball if they kick it at you, right?
Yeah.
Now, the second thing with the Hands team up front, now that you have not gotten the 2-point conversion and you're down by 4, with the Hands team up front, I wonder if the Mingus coaching staff is talking about watch for that little pop shot over the front line, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yep, it's almost like maybe you back some guys up just a little bit so that pop shot, you don't get those speedsters coming through with a loose ball. And if you do give up the onside kick, you want to give up the onside kick at the 50 not at the 35.
Yeah. Yep.
The more I talk about this, the more I'd back people up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This is the game right here, really.
Well, the chess match is going through the final 13 seconds. It has been a wonderful game for both squads out here. The onside kick coming. There it is. It pops up. It's covered by the Mingus Marauders, and that will ensure the victory out there. And it's going to be Machado on the hands team, and he got the candy bounce that came up at the chin.
Yeah, he did. Nice bounce there. Good job of getting it and just dropping to the ground.
13 seconds, no time came off the clock, and so Mingus will get to take a knee and take the victory. So Prescott won earlier at home against Lee Williams. Mingus, barring something absolutely odd and weird, will be able to run off the final 13 seconds in a snap, setting up the Grand Canyon Region Championship battle next Friday night against the Prescott Badgers.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Snap is good. The clock will run. Flagstaff can't stop the clock, and Mingus will walk away victorious upon the horn in one, and there's the horn. The Mingus Marauders victorious here tonight, 28-24 over the Flagstaff Eagles at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. The Ghetto's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing post-game report coming up right after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Hi, I'm Crazy Tony, and the reason I'm here today is to explain to you what Crazy Tony's markets are all about. We offer the same amenities as other gas stations and convenience stores. What sets us apart is what we do with our profits. We are going to make a difference in this valley. We will be supporting local nonprofits and missions, and we will also be supporting youth programs. So come on by a Crazy Tony's. We have 3 convenient locations. Together we can make a difference. Have a great day and be safe.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
You got into a car accident. Well, now you got to put that behind you. It's in the past, and it's because you made the right choice. You had ABC Body Shop tow the vehicle. They help with your insurance company, arrange for a rental car, and the car looks fantastic. They cleaned it inside and out and even took care of the tow. ABC Body Shop is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Best of all, they care about their customers. They're located on Cherry Street in Cottonwood. Aren't you glad you chose ABC Body Shop? Call them at 928-634-6442.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires at Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Welcome to the post-game report, brought to you by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Jackie Bessler and Carson Sandoval.
Well, at halftime here, it was 21-10, an 11-point game, and it tightened up in the second half. The Mingus Marauders victorious 28-24 over the Flagstaff Eagles on a senior night out here today. Jackie Bessler and Carson Sandoval and the Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing post-game report. Nelson had a touchdown in the first half. In fact, Blenars had a touchdown in the first half. Morrow for the Flagstaff Eagles, a touchdown in the first half. Nelson, 2 touchdowns. One of them a 41-yard breakaway. How important, as this game went on, was Rodriguez's extra points in the game? Absolutely huge. First half ended with a 37-yard field goal by Castorita for the Flagstaff Eagles with 8 seconds left to go in the first half, making it 21-10. Mingus got the ball in first in the second half, back and forth. We played on the right side of the field the whole third quarter. In fact, a 51-yard field goal attempt by the Flagstaff Eagles, no good.
Yeah.
But how important, how huge would that have been? If that field goal was good. Fourth quarter starts the scoring in the second half. 6:20 left to go. A 17-yard scamper by Nelson. Great blocking downfield. Rodriguez got the extra point. It was 28-10. Fourth quarter action, 2:41 left to go. And Mingus's defense allowed the 18-yard scamper up the middle by Jaramillo.
Yeah.
And the Flagstaff Eagles, with the 2-point conversion, Weidinger to Halloway, made it a 10-point game, 28-18. Mingus got the onside kick, took the knee, and then got a first down, gave the ball back, and then Flagstaff driving with penalty assistance, and a 25-yard pass, Weidinger to Koyai Umpta, I think, with 13 seconds left to go. The 2-point conversion was no good, a 4-point play. The onside kick ensuing after that, covered by Machado, and that secured the victory for the Mingus Marauders over the Flagstaff Eagles.
Yeah, great high school football game. First half, Mingus had control, weren't able to bust the game open probably as much as they wanted to. That field goal at the end of the half by Flagstaff was huge, and then we had kind of a long halftime, which I think played a role in the third quarter. Both teams started a little bit slow, and as you mentioned, the whole third quarter was played on the right side of the field, and really nobody going anywhere, no score. And then the fourth quarter, things kind of got going for both teams, and kind of went back and forth, but Mingus able to hold on for the win. And anytime you can get a Grand Canyon region win, and anytime you can come up to the Dome and play against rival Flagstaff and get the win, it's always good.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, the Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing post-game report is going to continue. Professional HVAC services for both residential and commercial customers. Camp Verde, Flagstaff, Phoenix, Northern Arizona, Prescott area, and more, with mobile dispatch, 24/7 emergency services. And I tell you what, 'tis the time. Heat pump or furnace service in repair or replacement. Their expert technicians and comfort specialists will help you make the right decision for your home. Guess Gittles, High Desert Mechanical, heating, cooling, and plumbing, our post-game sponsor. When we come back, we're going to look at individual stats, players of the game. We're going to look at the playoff picture because the arrow has now pointed in one direction. It's going to be the Badgers and the Mingus Marauders playing for the Grand Canyon Region Championship and definitely jockeying for playoff position. We'll tell you about that and give you some ideas of what's going on around Northern Arizona when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
People always ask us what makes us different than other car dealers. Being different is a simple idea. We believe that everybody deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That belief drives the entire team at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to care more, try harder, and work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find or fix the perfect car for your life and budget. Whatever it is keeping you from driving the car you want, we'll guarantee that we'll try our best to help you. We're Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're a dealer for you. Visit our showroom in Cottonwood this weekend or see all the deals at MattSaysYes.com.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in Northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, I'll tell you, it has certainly been interesting. Let's look at some of the stats during the game. The Mingus Marauders victorious 28-24, hold on to a victory.
Yeah.
A wounded Mingus Marauder squad without quarterback Antoine Zabala, but he will be back next week for the Prescott game as he was serving his ejection sentence from the end of the Bradshaw game. Flagstaff without their starting quarterback. Junior quarterback Weidinger did a very good job out here today. Ended up 14 for 25 with 108 yards in the game. Ends up with one touchdown and one interception on the game. So not too bad. On the ground, Luis Jaramillo ends up with 11 carries, 50 yards, and one touchdown. Morrow had 5 carries and 25 yards. Holloway, 8 carries, 25 yards. Total on the ground, 29 carries, 102 yards on the ground, 108 yards in the air for the Flagstaff Eagles. Jaramillo also had 5 receptions and 52 yards. And Dayton Kayawantia, I believe, ended up with 2 receptions in the second half, a touchdown and 31 yards. Well, it was on the ground. Mingus tried one pass, and Nelson overthrew Blenars on his one attempt. But on the ground, holy cow, did he have a workout. 38 carries, 262 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns as he jumps over Moore, Midkiff, and Melton and Dickerson to take over third of all-time rushing for the Mingus Marauders. Also on the ground, 2 carries for Jimenez for 35 yards. Blenars had 2 carries. One was key and crucial, an 11-yard touchdown run. Taylor had 1 carry for 5 yards, and those were the only yards he got in the game offensively. Usually he's got a bunch of receiving yards and did not get an opportunity to do that here today. But the Mingus Marauders victorious. That was their goal. Get out of Flagstaff wounded with a victory and as few bruises as possible. And what is absolutely amazing as far as the Mingus Marauders, normally running 80 plays, 75 plays a game, ran 44 offensive plays that counted. That is almost half.
Yeah, they took their time tonight. They really in no rush. Again, we didn't want Nelson to take any more hits than he had to.
No.
So it was good execution all the way around. Especially for the wide receivers tonight. The game plan coming in. Hey, we're not going to get a lot of looks tonight. Our job's going to be blocking, and they did a great job. Sometimes as a receiver, blocking's not always the funnest thing to do, but tonight, they stepped up big time, and they were a huge part of this victory.
Sal Point number 1 was hosting Catalina Foothills and to take control of that division. Don't have a score on that one, but certainly favoring Sal Point. Saguaro favored over number 5 Seton at Seton. So that'll be an interesting game. That one will take whoever wins that one takes control of that division. Glendale hosting 5-3 and number 28 Apache Junction. Once again, the Black Canyon region up for grab with that one. Desert Edge pretty much has their division locked. They matched up with number 44 Windless Deer Valley. Now, we do have some scores here for you. Cactus victorious over number 17 Coconino here tonight. So number 6 wins. Number 7 Tucson Saguaro. Playing number 28, 5-3 Casa Grande. Not sure on that score. Bradshaw put up 75. What was that? 75 against Mojave here tonight. Trying to hang on to a number 8 position. It's their last hope. They don't play next week, so they can't affect their future anymore. Canyon Del Oro don't have a score, but an expected win over number 41, 2-6, Vista Grande. We do have some other scores. Number 10, Walden Grove, 57-6, winners over Amphitheater. That secures the Gila division for Walden Grove. Peoria, a big win, 35-0, shutting out Lake Havasu. That should do well in helping them in that division, but Desert Edge has got control of that one. Peoria and Cactus match up the last week of the season. Prescott, the Badgers, they do their job. What they can do, they beat number 36 Lee Williams. What was the score of that one?
41-6.
41-6. So that will set up the Grand Canyon region matchup between the Mingus Marauders and the Prescott Badgers coming up next Friday on the road at Prescott. Of course, we're going to have that game for you. You can watch it live on Suddenlink Channel 2, Cable 1, Channel 56. Watch it live on YouTube /Verde Valley TV. Listen to it live, KYBC AM 1600, 96.3 FM. Streaming live at myradioplace.com. You have all sorts of opportunities. There's no excuse to miss that game, by the way. Flagstaff, or Mingus, of course, does their job. Number 13 winning here tonight, 28-24 over the Flagstaff Eagles. Greenway, a 6-0 win over the Tempe Buffalo, secures the Skyline Division for the Greenway Demons. Gila Ridge, number 15, loses to Estrella Foothills, 4-4 Estrella Foothills, 29-22. Southwest Division still up for grabs. We'll see where that one goes. Mesquite This doesn't help power points for Mingus.
No.
Loses 35-34 against Marcos Deniza. Their 5-win streak comes to an end. And Coconino, number 17, loses. Casa Grande was matched up against number 9, Tucson Saguaro. So, jockeying for position definitely going to take place here tonight. Mingus victorious 28-24 in the Ghettos High Desert Mechanical Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing post-game report. The Army Strong players of the game. Who do you like offensively?
Offensively, I'm going to go offensive line and tight ends. Really, everybody blocking. You know, you think, oh, Nelson, but he had all these yards. But again, Flagstaff knows Ebola coming into this game. They were set up to stop the Wildcat. Mingus is still able to execute, and they were able to do so because of great blocking.
Indeed, the offensive line, the tight ends out there, Streck, Bessler, the wide receivers blocking. Downfield, absolutely phenomenal, opening up opportunities to be able to run that ball. Defensively, who do you like out here today?
I like Streck. I mean, he was all over the place. But actually, I'm going to go with Matthew.
Yes.
Because he had a huge interception that gave the ball back to Mingus when Flagstaff was driving, and he had a real big hit tonight.
I'm going to name 3 players of the game for special teams. The Rodriguez extra points, 4 for 4, huge. When you win by 4, you won by Rodriguez. You definitely did. Not only that, but Nair covering an onside kick that bounced off of him. That was huge. Gave Mingus possession and ability to run some clock. And then Machado, the final cover on the onside kick here tonight. Final score from the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. Again, the Mingus Marauders victorious 28-24. The Grand Canyon Region matchup, the championship game for the Grand Canyon Region coming up next week on the road at the Prescott Badgers. Can't wait for you to rejoin us for that one coming up next Friday night. We bid you adieu from the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. Have a great night, everybody.
This has been the post-game report brought to you by Ghettos High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist. Online at ghettoshdm.com. We'll return next week for exciting Mingus Marauder football action on KYBC 96.3 FM, online at myradioplace.com, or Verde Valley TV Cable 1 Channel 56, Suddenlink Channel 2.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.